You have to be spot on the fucking number, though. It's either 0 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9.
That's fucking crazy.
For 5,000.
I'll say 6.
6. So
Wait, 7.
they're gonna run the top 15.
How y'all doing?
You have the leaderboard up?
Yeah.
How many Chevys?
In the top 14, I see Byron, Larson, Chase, Allmendinger, Bowman, Stenhouse.
Busher.
Hold on. Let me count the Chevys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9.
And any back runners? Michael Mcdowell, I'm assuming, is going to be the back runner.
Well, yeah, but he's in a Ford, so.
No, I'm saying like people that's going to be a guarantee.
Go with 7.
Be in the fucking top 15.
You know what?
I'm kind of wanting to go 9+.
I'm going to say all the Chevys get top 15. All the Chevys get top 15.
Because then I'm saying 6 Fords and Toyotas are going to be top 15.
And it'll be all well and good when you get that right, and the other 3 things we need to win that money are wrong. Which is what usually happens.
Winning drivers from this year will have the fastest lap by the end of stage 3. Byron, Kyle, Busch, Ross Chastain,
Byron.
Briscoe, Cindric, or Kirk.
Byron, you saw qualifying.
Kyle Busch has a 51% vote.
I'll say Byron.
I kind of want to
Because Byron won the pole straight up. They lost the pole in the pit stop contest.
Right? On time?
I think.
Qualifying time? They were the
I
two
can't
guys.
remember, but I'll just say Byron.
Willie B.
Once again, apologies if the fan's blowing in the mic.
Competition
Kyle Busch.
and start the final team.
Oh, Joe Gibbs Racing.
Which manufacturer will have the most cars in the top 5 at the end of the final stage? Check.
Manufacturer has the most cars in the what?
Top 5.
Top 5.
The race. I would
Chevy.
go Toyota if I had a big old set.
Chevy.
Because I really feel like Truex and Busch will get there, but they gotta have the third.
Chevrolet, go Chevrolet.
That's an easy. Yep. Which of these previous All Star Race winners will finish in the best position in the final stage? Larson, Hamlin, Elliott, Harvick, Logano, College.
Larson.
Everybody picked fucking Chase.
Because it's a popularity contest. Look, I love Chase, but I think Larson's better here than Chase is.
I feel like those are. People aren't too fond of my Ricky vote. Everybody's voting Busch.
I hated I didn't stream the matches we were just having because me and AJ Styles just fucking tore the house down in 2K22. The motherfucker could not be put through a table. Oh, I was so thirsty. Zero sugar Gatorade because I'm saving all my Powerades because they taste better. You ever had the sugar-free Powerades?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get them,
They
dude.
taste better.
Oh, God, they're so
They
good.
like the regular Powerade.
Get you some of that.
I love those Powerades. To me, they have a better flavor because it doesn't
This
like
shit is
stick in your
drinking
mouth.
flavored water.
Yeah,
I like the
This
red
doesn't
ones because
have
they taste
that
like fruit punch.
syrupy taste. This does not have that syrupy.
yeah. The regular
after-fucking taste.
Powerades, like they stick in your mouth weirdly.
Sugar,
It's really
yeah,
weird.
sugar.
But the zero sugar Powerade.
Or like a flavored down water.
Mm-hmm.
You got my picks? Okay. Byron or Chastain for the win. I'm sure something horrendous will happen to both of them. Because that's the nature of racing.
No, but I kind of want to get on the shit posting page and talk to those guys. Okay, Dale, I need your opinion on this. Guys started trash talking Daniel Suarez.
Why? Because he's Mexican?
No, because are we now going to consider him a bad driver?
No.
Because Ross is winning. So my comment was, if you're going to say that about Suarez because he's not winning, you have to say the same thing about Reddick and Eric Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they finishing that every week? They're running bad as fuck. Bad luck.
So-
I said every week it is bad luck, and they were like, "No, that's not a comparison." Look at today. What was the
Suarez
the
is a
second
direct
stage,
comparison.
It was Suarez, Reddick, Eric Jones.
Suarez-
Same fucking people.
Suarez was dominating Coda, and his crew chief made a dumb call that put him in traffic and got their shit wrecked by
Or
somebody
the
else.
Bristol
Bristol
Dirt Race.
Dirt
He can
Race.
anywhere.
Yeah. So for the people on my stream, do I need to go over the All-Star Race format one more time? I've got it right in front of me. Stage 1, 25 laps. Stage 1 winner will start on pole in the final stage as long as he finishes 15th or better. Because one year they did something similar, and Jimmy Johnson won Stage 1 and then intentionally ran dead last and ran slow all night, and at the end of the race got to start up front because he won Stage 1 and won the fucking race. And that pissed everybody off.
Was kind of a clusterfuck. Like once you understood it, it's easy.
Where's your 8-wide racing? You're in Texas, man. You're not going to get any 8-wide racing here. It's Texas Motor Speedway.
Jesus Christ. What psycho wants 8-wide race?
And I'm pretty sure it's raining here.
Yes.
It is raining here. It is
Yeah,
raining.
was.
Stage 2, 25 laps. Stage 2 winner will start second in the final stage as long as he finishes 15th or better in the following stage. Then we have the pit stop competition. Each team must pit and perform a 4-tire stop. The team with the shortest time on pit road, that includes the car coming down pit road, the car stop, and the car coming out, and the pit stop all together. Winner of that will start fourth in the final stage as long as they finish 15th or better in Stage 3. Stage 3 winner will start third in the final stage, and the Stage 4 is 50 laps. And if no caution occurs between lap 15 and 25, NASCAR will throw a caution. Fair enough? Right on. So if there's no caution through lap 25, there'll be one at lap 26, the way I understand it. What the hell is what?
I was talking about Chase's sponsor there.
Yeah.
The 10-time CMA Award winner.
It's Blake Shelton. He's bringing back the sunshine. Chris, you are too high for this, aren't you? Just watch it. Cars go circle. Guy who leads last lap at end of night wins.
Texas.
That's one thing you still know. The guy who leads the last lap today wins the race.
Pending post-race.
But it's all-star. They'll probably just say, fuck it, he wins.
Blake Shelton having a good time. Drivers are having a good time. So are those watching, and so will you. The 2022 All Star Race.
And hopefully the last all-star race at Texas Motor Speedway.
Welcome to the future.
Why did those idiots think this was a good idea?
Because Texas was butthurt that they gave up a race to Coda. Whatever. Instead of turning California into a short track like they were talking about, turn Texas into one.
Maybe then it would be enjoyable.
Yeah. Then they have to move their stupid big video screen they paid for on the backstretch.
Well, that's their fault.
Look, he marked how to fix the Texas All Star Race. That's the track you run for the Texas All Star Race. Just a scrolling of Twitter.
Scrolling the bird.
This guy said, Slap Shoes is at the race. He said, bro, why is the pre-race concert in the garage area and not out on the front stretch? If you think I'm climbing down from up here to listen to 2 Blake Shelton songs, you can go eat sand.
Yeah, like for real.
Everybody's giving Harrison Burton shit for how he arca-braked into the side of poor Tyler Reddick.
Well, what was he supposed to do? He didn't know Reddick was going to come back up the track like that.
Oh, remember I told you I was downloading WCW stuff? I downloaded Sting from Starcade 97. They made a new attire for him. That's something somebody made for the game. Looks just like him. Yeah. Now, where's Wolfpack Sting?
So cool. Yeah, they need to get on the Wolfpack Sting.
Hell, I could take that and make Wolfpack Sting. Make the paint red. And the scorpion on the outfit red. There you go. You got your fucking Wolfpack Sting. I'm really...
The list of all-time winning all-star drivers.
Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, and Jimmy Johnson. And
Yeah,
Kyle
but
Larson.
Then everybody with 2 wins, it's like Larson's the only fucking guy that's still active
Yeah.
in hard
Harvick and Larson.
That's the All Star Race for you.
Boy, I tell you what, I sure wish they didn't have this goddamn All-Star Race in Texas.
All Star Race at Texas
Well,
Motor
get you some
Speedway.
more propane there, Hank.
Pageantry.
I'm going to call the Texas Propane Association.
Transfer 4 drivers to complete the 24-car field, and now they all get to race for $1 million.
Nah, they should have done. They shouldn't do to Texas what they did to Atlanta. They should take a bulldozer to Texas or call an airstrike or something.
Call an orbital bombardment.
Yeah.
It's all about the million.
Maybe this will be good and we're all just a bunch of grumpy gusses. But I look forward to going to a real race next week at Charlotte.
Always a marathon at Charlotte.
And I'm even going to the Kyle Busch show on Friday night, the truck race.
Yeah, because we all know if Kyle's going to be truck, he's probably going to
Well,
win.
there is, and we know pit stops.
Thrilling.
Yeah, I know, right?
But at least after the Xfinity race, we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings. That's the plan.
Yeah, you want to win the bottle out pit road, but if you have the quickest time of every team out there from entrance to exit, including the pit stop, it will put you starting fourth. In that
Why aren't we
final
racing
stage,
over there at the
and
dirt
that will be
track?
huge.
Absolutely. I can't
Because
remember an
NASCAR
All-Star
doesn't
race
like
where
dirt
the pit
track.
crews and the teams.
Well, they like them enough to try to turn Bristol into one once a year.
Our most recent
with mixed
winner of the
results.
NASCAR Cup Series is Kurt Busch. This is his
Burt Cush.
21st All-Star appearance, leading all drivers in this race.
How about you, Kurt Busch? Last week's winner rolling into the 20.
In the words of Hulk Hogan on Twitter, it's hot as shit, brother HH.
Dude, I loved when I was talking to Frankie about racing.
That is the most amazing, dude.
And then everybody on the shit posting page was like, you were in the pace car at 2001 Daytona 500 and now you're in the booth.
Who's going to die? If they want to keep the tradition, they should have him drive the pace car at the Indy 500 next week. 'Cause there's no way somebody gets out of that race without getting hurt. I've been a fan since like the 97 Daytona 500. Because they watch my stream, they know.
Look at the starting lineup for today's race on the front row. 2017 All-Star winner Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney, his 6th All-Star appearance. William Byron had the fastest lap in qualifying yesterday. His 4th All-Star tilt. Kyle Larson.
So like, we'll give out like, he'll say something and Joey will say the
There's
same
Kurt
thing.
Busch. He will roll off 5th, the 2010 winner. And Ross Chastain.
Or shut the fuck up, Clint.
Believe it or not, Martin Truex
Or stop listening to my stream, Mike Joy.
2010 runner-up, but I think he's got a chance. And on the outside, Eric Elmore rolling into
The exact same way I was explaining.
Word for word.
next row. Joey
You like AJ Allmendinger's paint scheme? You like AJ's paint scheme, that pink car there?
Real close win, got
Yeah.
him here. Let's see what he can do. Next row is Chase Briscoe. And the
All right, guys, come on now. We got to warm up them tires now. Come on now.
All I could say is you better stay out of that third line in turn 4.
Hell yeah.
Just ask Landon Castle, Tyler Reddick, and everybody in the Xfinity race yesterday that wasn't named William Byron or Tyler Reddick.
Kevin Harvick, two-time All-Star winner, making his 22nd start. And Denny Hamlin, he won this race back in 2015. In row 9, Bubba Wallace finished
Wait a
5th in
minute.
2019 after
Harvick
transferring in.
is making
Brad
his
Keselowski, he's never won it. 3
But
times
Kurt
a
Busch
runner-up in the
is
All-Star
making
race.
his
Row 10,
record
Michael
21st.
Mcdowell.
I think it's his 21st straight.
Winner and Alex
Oh.
Bowman in
Yeah.
the
I was like, wait a
All-Star
minute.
race. Then the drivers that transferred in from the All-Star Open. Ricky Stenhouse won stage 1. Chris Buescher won stage 2. Daniel Suarez.
Stenhouse, Busher, and Suarez, and Jones won the fan vote.
Eric Jones makes his 3rd All-Star appearance after winning the fan vote.
They're checking pit road speed.
Busch Light serving up a chance at free beer and bacon during the
I'll take the bacon. You can keep the beer.
stage tonight.
Follow Bush Beer
on Twitter. See how you can shot at winning Bush Light and bacon.
If it was any other
Great
beer and
idea.
not Bush
Great
Light, you
deal.
could actually cook with it. But like, who the fuck wants to cook with Bush Light?
All right, let's get down to pit
But
road.
yeah, I'll take the bacon though.
Stories beginning with Vince Welch.
Al Unser Jr.'s IndyCar video game.
For Hendrick Motorsports, the expectations are high, and when it comes to the All Star Race, well, Hendrick has won it 10 times, including the last 2. William Byron, just 24 years old in his 5th
Ooh, I
Cup
like the
season.
car.
He has the understanding of what those expectations
Liberty
are. So far
Bibberty.
this season, he has met them. 2 wins.
How many times am I gonna have to see that commercial tonight?
But he's never won the All Star Race, and he wants.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the biggest waste of time of the year. Get hot for the All Star Race at Texas. The biggest names and more. Head to the Clippers. Be there.
About this All-Star night. It's about the best team. It's not just the driver.
Remember,
It's not
Sunday, and Saturday. It's the Lawnmower Expo. I was on King of the Hill. There's a commercial for a Lawnmower Expo. The thing is Sunday, and Saturday. It's the Lawnmower Expo in Dallas. The biggest names and more. Head to the Clippers. Be there.
mandatory 4-tire pit stop. The fastest.
What cracks me up is the Sunday, and Saturday. It gets real quiet at Saturday.
Yeah, Jamie Little, let's take a look at
And remember, everything's bigger in Texas. So this is bigger. This is the race of the year right
The
here.
first 3 are 25 laps. The final stage.
Mandatory, let me do my Larry Mack impression. Mandatory 4-tire stop between stage 2 and stage 3.
And the biggest thing, the winner receives $1 million.
The All-Star Race always has special formats and special one-time rules.
You can tell those seats were $20. That's why there's so many people over there, nobody else.
So weird though.
White checker, no
A lot
yellow
of
flag to end the
people
race.
that think
Sit
that.
back, relax,
All
we'll
right.
explain it as we go.
This racetrack used to seat a small country. You realize how many seats had to take out at Texas?
What was that one? The 09?
Yeah.
The 09 All Star Race at Charlotte. They were like, we got 145,000, and I looked. That was like 145,000.
Yeah.
At an All Star Race.
As they said,
Yeah.
earlier,
I mean,
they
you
had
got
the fastest
Texas.
stop of the night. The special knockout
Yeah,
qualifying
beat
with
us
the
in
pit
North
stop.
Carolina.
They
You know
sent
what?
it to Kyle Busch. That's why they are on the front row.
Oh god.
I still maintain All-Star Race North Wilkesboro 2025. It's coming.
Teammates room 2.
They're going to make Wilkesboro a dirt track for a little bit before they repave it because it desperately needs to be repaved. It's sat there for the last almost 25 years or so.
Ryan Blaney, spotter Josh Williams.
Which would probably throw off the race. But, you know, if
But a short track's a short track. Repaves don't hurt short tracks like they hurt big tracks. Like Michigan was crippled for a few years. Charlotte was crippled for a while.
Deer pace car is in.
Alright. I'm going to agree with you.
And
I'm
the guy
going to
from
be
Texas.
Texas. But I'm going
Waves
to
the
take
green
Eric
flag from
Jones
pit
as
road
mine.
and the All-Star Race.
Yay, we're racing.
let's do it. Yeah.
Kyle Busch.
You got to win stage 1 to start up front in the final stage.
Oh god, they're getting squirrely in the middle.
Ooh, Chase 3 wide in the middle.
Ooh. Ooh.
Harvick took him 3 wide under him and Cindric.
And Kyle Busch wins stage 1.
Pretty much, it's Texas.
Blaney second.
Usually whoever has the lead coming off a 2 at Texas is going to drive away. At least the stages are short.
He's Kyle Busch riding a rocket, scoots away.
And it's happened right off from the launch. Got a
They're
huge
side by
launch.
side for third, Byron and Larson.
Teammates fight for third. Larson on the outside.
Busch and Blaney first and second, pulling away.
Byron, the battle is for fifth, and they are going to...
Truex aggressively cuts off Logano. Truex doesn't like Logano. Nobody likes Logano. And Chastain blocks Truex on the apron. Chastain and Truex together. Again, Chastain and Truex for about the last month and a half.
See Logano and Ross.
He opened the door.
Yeah.
That's what
Because Ross ain't gonna put
I
up
was.
with
Ross is
shit.
not. Yeah.
Ross
Truex you can push around. Ross you ain't going to push around.
No, Ross will put you in the
for
wall.
sixth.
Every damn week, Truex and Chastain.
Lost Chastain's spot.
So Ross Chastain kind of a race. I'll tell you, never question. He's given
That's why I bet on Ross. It's perfect for him.
See, Joey, that's racing in
You're
front
gonna
of
have to be
you.
on edge. You're gonna have to figure
Ooh,
this outside.
he wanted to clear Truex right there.
Watching
Ross,
Chastain
come
utilize
on,
that.
dude.
Got to burn some
I mean,
rubber
Truex
into it,
is
get some
hard.
heat into that traction compound, and that line will start working for you. Momentum is everything, and I think it's going to be one down and 1 and 2.
Now, these two are not best friends. Remember Dover a few few weeks ago.
There ain't anybody best friend for $1 million, buddy.
Okay.
Still side by side. Ross and Truex.
Yesterday, it was in the high 80s. Today, 60.
Last year during this race, it was like 95.
I bet everybody at that race was like, fuck
And Larry, I can't help but to think that's
I bet it feels great compared to last year.
the last few races we've been through, because it's drastically different from when they practiced yesterday.
And Ross and Truex are still side by side. 5 laps straight now.
Qualifying last night, a lap ago he ran a 28.59.
Ross.
The back end of Truex's car wanted to come around. Ross going to take it here. Ross going to get it right here. Well, he's not going to clear him, but
No, can't get him.
Kurt Busch while they're side by side, he's getting smaller and
I
smaller.
can't believe Joey's not catching him.
On your right for 14th, Bubba Wallace inside, Eric Almirola up top.
you like Bubba's blue Dr. Pepper car?
Started out back, transferred from the openings,
Yeah.
gained
Pretty cool.
6
I've actually had that Dr. Pepper.
Ross is clear of Truex, but he didn't cut him off in 3.
Coleman, who started in the back.
Truex still to his inside.
Change they made to the rear end, something he didn't like in practice. He's gained 4 positions.
7 straight laps of Chastain and Truex side by side.
How maddening is this, Clint? Side by side.
Frustrating, and Larry, you said
And cleared it.
And everybody in front of him's driven away by like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
because you can see everybody in front of him just drove off.
Bowman is dropping to the back.
Side by side.
I've been disappointed.
This weekend, they 48's been pretty slow.
He's up 2 spots. Bowman trying to gain another position. That would make 5.
You know you're slow when you're racing with Roush and a former Roush driver.
Kowalski behind them really pulled up to both of them. So what do? When you go with that run, you need momentum. You might be able to get you a 2 for 1.
Last year, the lineup for the final stage was based on average finish in the first few stages. And I'm like, that's kind of cool, but hard to keep up with because you're like, where did they finish and what's their average? Like, it was hard to. You just had to wait until they said, okay, here's the lineup.
9 laps complete of this 25-lap first stage. Here's tonight's Ford Performance track facts. There are the Ford All Star Race winners, including Davey Allison and Mark Martin, both Hall of Famers, who each won in
Dawson,
place.
Bill from Dawson.
How about Michael Waldrop? He won it in that 21 car in 96.
But along with Keselowski, that's something that's obviously new this year with this car, down to 1 and 2. The pace will actually
Blaney and Kyle Busch have checked out.
The racetrack that they will shift 3 and 4, not so much, wide open.
And the difference between 4th and 5th gear, about 700 RPM. Kyle Busch has led 9 laps so far. We'll take you back side by side.
I don't know why Regan Smith's not a pit reporter. Maybe that look in his eye scares the shit out of the kids at the track. Regan Smith looks like a psycho when you look at him.
Yeah, he does.
Especially like that time he tried to choke Ty Dillon and he was going. Look that up if you've never seen. Look, Eric Jones just put his left side tires in the grass trying to get around Bowman and Stenhouse.
Oh,
Come on, man. You're racing for 20th. Calm down.
Yeah.
And it ain't even close. They're all. That's a little long group. They're gonna get a lap.
Nah, they won't get lapped. I'd be shocked. But they're racing hard for 20th. Viva Stenhouse. New car, same shitty Texas. At least we got rid of Kentucky.
It'd be better
I don't know.
than this.
Well, maybe. Honestly, probably.
I feel like Nashville's gonna suck too.
I think Nashville will be good. It was good last year. Blaney is running down Kyle Busch, but running somebody down at Texas and passing them at Texas is an entirely different thing. Chase just passed Chase. Chase Elliott just passed Chase Briscoe.
Okay.
And Bubba Wallace, Bubba's got good speed too. He's moving forward. They didn't qualify well, but they're moving forward. Hamlin's moved. Harvick's going backwards. You hate to see it. Excuse me.
Ever since I put that curse on Harvick last year at Bristol, he just ain't
Good.
Blaney with it coming to 10 to go here, closing in on Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch leading Ryan
This
Blaney
is an
in
important
14
battle.
laps. You still have time for your free chance to win $5,000 in Clint's cash.
I'm trying.
Play Fox Bet
Every
Super
damn
6.
week.
Scan the QR code, download the Super 6 app during this stage, and enter your 6 picks
I
for the
made about
All-Star Race
20 bucks
contest.
off of it.
You
I
can
won
win
it
big
one
today.
week, and I was like, yeah, and then it was like everybody, so many people wanted it. It was like a $9 split. I was like,
Closing the gap on Kyle Busch until
$10,000
one lap ago. He dropped
people
back
got it.
about 0.4 of a second.
It happened in 1 and 2 though.
He got in Kyle's dirty air in 1 and 2 and
Kyle Busch
dropped
got
back,
right
didn't
in
he?
the bottom of that crash from that traction compound and got a great run and stretched it out.
Oh no, Kyle just put together a really good lap to drive away from Blaney. 9 to go. Briscoe going. The Stewart Haas cars are shit in this race.
And vice versa, but if Kyle Busch sees him coming and he's going to hear him coming too because it's spotted in his ear, he'll move up and try to take that line away from him. That's exactly what happened.
Daniel Suarez, he's on fire. Must have been the jalapenos. He's up 9 positions. As we look at this battle for 9th place, Christopher Bell has picked up 4 spots and make that 5 if he clears the custard car.
I think that's definitely an advantage having been on the racetrack with the Open. Talking about Suarez, having some laps under your belt, 50 laps to work and adjust, learn how to pass, do all these things that these guys are figuring out for the first time. He's already been there.
8th place, Joey Logano running right about where he started.
The 2 best road course racers in the field are running 10th and 11th.
22 team. I talked to Paul Wolf, his crew chief, and he said we just couldn't get Joey comfortable getting.
Don't tell idiots on Twitter that Chase is a good road course racer. They try to say he's not. But it's like, oh, I'm sorry. He's only like 1 more road course race than any fucking body. But don't tell the Reddit crowd that Chase is good on road courses.
Lost the battle in the first 3 laps with his teammate Kyle Larson for 3rd. He sits 4th.
I like it. You got to have all that information. That's what's awesome about the technology in racing today. You've got a spotter. You've got
Stewart Haas is 15th, 16th, and 17th. Yuck. And they've got 1 car that couldn't even come anywhere close to racing their way in. Whoa, Almirola had to jump out of the gas. If you made this a road course race, they'd lead every lap. And Allmendinger about lost it there like Reddick did earlier. These guys, or a lot of guys, I'm seeing it, are dipping their left side tire onto the grass ever so slightly.
Bubba Wallace in the 23 has picked up 6 since the start.
Bubba Wallace in the 23
And Bubba's really fast.
They have picked the pace up the last few weeks.
Can his pit crew not shit on him?
Denny Hamlin, who is up 4 spots since the start of this race. Among those dropping, A.J. Allmendinger down 4, Chase Briscoe down 4, Eric Almirola down 8, and Kevin Harvick off 2 from where he started.
Larry, it has definitely been a surprise, in the 2-car operation. Not a surprise, but you're right. Bubba Wallace, the 23-11 in general. The first half of the season, of our season, so
At
far,
not.
it's all about Trackhouse, talking about that 2-car operation. Now, Kurt Busch wins the race, and Bubba Wallace, he was a top 5 contender all day long last week at Kansas.
Yeah, folks,
Daniel Suarez up
started
9
on the back.
positions from the start, battling A.J. Allmendinger, who's dropped 3 and may lose another here.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel has almost marched halfway through the field in 22 green flag laps, so he just needs to continue to try to get this track position.
See a guy passing cars at Texas, you know they're fast.
Stage lengths, and there are 4
Half
of
the
them.
field in
25, 25, 25, and instead of a 10-lap finale, it's a 50-lap run to the checkered flag tonight.
Yeah, Kyle Busch can hold on to this lead and win this stage. He is in one of those top 4 spots, right for the money at the end of that.
Ooh, Suarez!
That being said,
Oh, man.
Drivers who just ran
About run out of room there. And AJ's leaning on him.
AJ's getting loose.
Larry, I can't help but to think if you're Kyle Busch and you win
And
this
got him, no problem.
We're on the last lap of the stage. Kyle Busch is comfortably ahead of Blaney. Suarez has gained 10 spots.
Suarez has done really good, all things
Kyle
considered.
Busch doing stage 2 or 3 any different than what he just did stage 1. You want to learn about that race car.
Well, here he comes off turn number 4. There's the green and white checkered flag. Stage 1, caution free. And Kyle Busch comes home first. Blaney second, Larson third, Byron fourth, Kurt Busch fifth, Chastain, Truex, Logano, Bell. The Candyman wins stage 1.
So Kyle Busch should start first in the last stage unless something horrible happens to him between now and then. Yep. One can only hope.
You never know.
Here's an idea. Have the All Star race at Atlanta. Atlanta doesn't need 2 points races a year. Just make one of theirs the All Star race. I don't know.
Hey, we're NASCAR. We're going to show an ad for NASCAR while we're side by side with NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case you forget what you're supposed to be watching.
Here's more NASCAR.
So is this an all-star race at Texas or what? Dale Jr. said stage 1 of the all-star race at Texas was about as fun as a rice cake, whatever that means. Gotta love Texas Motor Speedway. Somebody said it'll pick up, and somebody said when, before or after this track gets bulldozed.
Yeah, like for real.
How about we bulldoze it and have them run a rally race on the fucking piles of dirt that are left over after they've knocked this motherfucker down?
The Patriots currently have the 4th oldest roster in the NFL. That don't even sound right.
That surprises me, honestly.
That don't even sound right.
Sometimes I wish I drank because then races like this would be entertaining. Maybe we're finally about to kill the All-Star race off for good. Who knows?
Kyle Busch will start in the front 4 of the final stage since he's won stage 1 if he stays on the lead lap and maintains a position in the top 15 at the end of stage 2 and stage 3.
That is correct, Mike, and we just saw a mixed bag of staying out, including Kyle Busch and a host of others pitting for adjustment of tires, Vince.
Well, William Byron's going to be a 4-tire stop. He pitted from the 4th position, just a tick free in 1 and 2, a little bit snug in 3 and 4. Otherwise, he likes it, Jamie.
Last week's winner, Kurt Busch in the 45, started out tight with a little bit of front chatter.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see Bowman pitted. That fucking car needed some serious work.
Here's your Ram race off pit road. Busch picks up a spot. So
Kyle Busch stayed out. Blaney stayed out. Harvick, they got the hood up on Harvick.
And the hood is up on Kevin Harvick's car.
Down at that stage, man.
I like how the bacon on the side looks like waffles. Kyle Busch sounds thrilled. How much do pit passes cost? I'm not sure. I never bother looking because I'm on a budget. Michael, unless you want to give me a shit ton of extra money.
I hear it. All right, stay in it, baby.
Long stopper Eric Mark Jones, and the hood is still up on
How
Kevin
the fuck
Harvick's
is
car.
Christopher Bell 27 and Eric
Kyle
Johnson?
Busch has now led over 300 laps.
Christopher Bell looks like he's 12.
He looks like, yeah.
He's your stage 1 winner.
Is Christopher Bell or John Hunter Nemechek ever going to age past the age of 12? Probably not. Remember how I streamed Evil Dead Friday night instead of the truck race? I should have done the same today. Nah, I'm just shitting on Texas. Knock Texas Motor Speedway down and turn it into a camping world. Or a megalomart. Megalomart. Bring back Chicago, I agree. Someone posted that GIF for Texas Motor Speedway. Knock it down. At the very least, I would have used the elimination format from 02-03 All Star Race. I like the elimination deal. That was fun back in the day. And it made more sense to have more cars in the race then for that format like we have tonight. But God, there's $1 million on the line. Don't you dare slander Pocono when we have to watch Texas every year.
I like NASCAR's tweet. It's Rowdy's race. We're just living in it. It's always going to be Kyle Busch going to dominate all day. Lead every lap. Win the race. RFK Racing. Stage 1 in the books. And we have nothing but opportunity in front of us. P21 and 23.
Yeah! Whoever runs those Twitter accounts deserve a raise. It's like running the Jacksonville Jaguars Twitter account during the Urban Meyer era. Boy, did we call that shit a bust as soon as it was happening.
Absolutely. This is a great opportunity for me.
Look at Barry McCockiner.
You stole your idea, dude. It's got to be entertaining somehow.
Barry McCockiner said Urban Meyer has a rare medical condition where his heart condition is directly related to how much money he's making at the top.
You're making a lot of noise down in pre-race, getting this crowd going.
Yeah, I tried to get them motivated,
Run this
but
race
you know what? This
literally
crowd doesn't need
anywhere
much
else
motivation. Now
besides
they're ready for this all-star race.
Blow it up. No offense to Hiroshima.
Anywhere but
All right, we'll stick around and we'll visit us on stage 2.
Stage 2. It's Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain, and Kyle Larson. Blaney was fast, but Ross just gave Kyle Busch one hell of a push into turn 1. And now Ross slides up in front of Blaney, checks him up. He slid up in front of Blaney. Ooh!
Stop, 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 stop!
Blaney and Logano
Oh
both
my
got
God,
fucked by that. And
Suarez.
Suarez drives in on Truex.
Stop.
Chastain.
Stop. Oh.
Kurt Busch is about to get fucking wrecked. He's 3 wide in the back. In that outer groove where you don't want to be. Chastain drove it into 1 and just fucking stopped in front of Blaney to make that corner.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
Ugh. Parked it, buddy.
Kyle Larson's second?
Yep, Kyle Larson's second. Because Blaney got shit canned by Chastain.
Blaney falling back to 5th. Chastain 3rd, Cedric 4th.
Chastain, you asshole.
I love the aggressiveness.
It's like Ross fucking you, but they...
Hey, Blaney's bounced back. Blaney's back up to 4th. He just passed Sandrick, his teammate.
Fighting hard to get that track position back.
There's his brother-in-law, William Byron.
William Byron on the move with Cedric. That's for 5th place.
Busch, Larson, and Chastain. 1, 2, 3.
Keep an eye on the 12 of Ryan Blaney.
Look at Ross. Yay!
Got
Got to take it. Hey, you can get it. And Kyle Larson said thank you.
That's all it
take one little slip up and you
At least it stopped Logano.
You break that momentum, have to get out of the gas, get on the brakes. It shows up in a big way, and that's what happened.
It was like a bunch of hungry hounds. They took advantage of that.
Bunch of hungry
Well, we
hounds.
saw it in the open.
Bubba Wallace on pit. Let me guess, loose wheel.
And Kevin Harvick also with
Let me guess, they had a loose wheel or something because this pit crew's terrible.
Raised the hood on that four-car of Kevin Harvick, lowered the front end a couple of reps.
Suarez
Just
up
don't
to
have the
7th
speed or the
from
feel
23rd to
that
7th in this
All-Star
race.
Raiders looking for.
He's got
They gotta
speed.
make the changes early if they're gonna
Chastain's
be that
third.
race.
That's his teammate. Trackhouse fast again.
So not
and
everybody
holds on to fourth spot.
Nah, because Bush, Larson, and a bunch of other guys stayed out. Yeah. Bush, Larson, Chastain,
Drew
and
Pearson,
Blaney.
Pro Football Hall of Famer in the booth with us. What is it about NASCAR that appeals to you?
You know, I'm a wide receiver, and so a lot of my game was built on speed. So I enjoyed the speed that I'm seeing here. And
Oh no, they're doing that uncomfortable thing where somebody who doesn't watch NASCAR gets brought on the air to answer questions about NASCAR that he has no clue how to answer.
yeah, within, well,
They do the same thing in football.
like that.
Drew, they call Blaney.
Oh!
The pass got crossed under and slides. up
Blaney
the
and Ross again.
Now
That
that's a
would've been
move.
big.
That's a move.
Blaney drove it in there and tried to do the same thing to Ross, and he almost lost it.
Lost him a lot of positions.
He was driving angry, and it cost him. The guy in the Blaney shirt, he's like, the fuck? Blaney's got a really good car. Blaney's got the next best car to Kyle Busch, I think. Ooh. He hit Ross on the front stretch and just sent this fucker into the corner. I think Ross just let him have it. Yeah. Ross is watching bust his ass.
Ross is probably laughing his ass
Ross
off.
played Blaney there.
Wants to
Yeah.
kill him. It looks like to me Blaney wants to dump his ass.
Blaney drove very angry there.
back to sixth place.
Which, and he had tires now.
No. So of the drivers that took tires, Byron has advanced the most. He is fourth. Suarez is sixth. Hamlin is eighth. Now Kyle Busch, the background is green because he was the winner of stage one. And if he stays in the top 15 at the end of stage 2 and 3, he will start the final stage from the pole. Christopher Bell has been impressive. Here he is on the outside of teammate Martin Truex.
Yeah, he has
Ooh,
good speed.
boy, Bell almost hit the wall. Almost. Shout out to Ross Chastain for making this interesting, though. Chastain and Suarez are carrying this race.
Only in 1 and 2 in the open and early stages of this, but now that turn 3 and 4, the outside's coming in. That's exactly what we need to put up.
That's what they need. They need the outer groove to come in a little bit and make this race better.
Kyle Busch leads our Toyota top performers with Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, and Christopher Bell in the top 10. Drew, we had an 88 car, but its driver, Dale Earnhardt Jr., retired.
Yeah.
Took his number with him.
Yeah. Well, you know, I wanted to retire my number too, but the Cowboys wouldn't let me. So it's all gone. Michael Irvin, Des Bryant, now C.D. Lamb wearing number 88.
Well,
But I
NASCAR.
remember back in the day with Dale Jarrett. Or
Yeah.
88 car.
What happened to Bill?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Drew Pearson does know NASCAR. He just name dropped Dale Jarrett's 88.
Yes, he did. That's kind of weird.
And Dale Jarrett's 88 was fast.
Bubba Wallace having difficulties, Jamie.
What's up?
Well, Mike, you noted how he was running so well early. Well, he suddenly had to pit. He had a loose right front wheel.
Told ya! Bubba's pit crew shit canned him again
11 laps complete.
and ruined his race. Well, he's in the free pass spot. He'll get back on the lead lap. But still, goddamn. How many fucking weeks in a row did Kyle Larson just hit the wall? I was looking behind Kyle Busch, and yeah, he did! Larson just fucking killed it. I saw a flash of blue going towards the outside wall as they cut away. I was like, did Larson just hit the wall? He did. Kyle Larson just crashed, running second. I don't know if he blew a right front or if he just got too high and it took off on him.
I don't
That's
know, but
pretty
his
ugly.
car is
Yeah,
fucked.
that's pretty ugly.
You're not.
I got $20 in second place though.
You're
And
not
third.
doing anything with
And
that.
third.
Michael, we're gonna win money tonight.
5-team, you're not doing anything with that. Good luck, boys.
See you later.
I wish you luck.
See you at Charlotte next week. Literally,
Yep.
I'll see you in Charlotte next week.
Hopefully he'll dominate again.
He just might. Last year, he fucking just ruined that 600 last year.
We left saying how bad of a race it was, but we were excited because it was Larson that done it.
Yeah.
My first experience was Kyle Busch leading like all but 30 laps of it.
Don't take me
400
back
lap
to those
race.
days. I don't want to remember.
No, it was
those
382
days.
laps or something he led.
Yeah.
My
A lot
very
of the
first
time.
race.
A lot of the time back in the day when I would watch races with Dale, it would be stupid Toyota bullshit like that.
Shout out to my peripheral vision for seeing that flash of blue take off towards the outside wall. Did Larson just hit the wall? Oh, well. He's won this race twice.
Love how Larson's looking around like, what the heck just happened?
Caden, we had a whole rant about Sasha Banks and Naomi earlier today during the open stream. About
I love how
I
Larson
support
got
them.
out of his car and was looking around like, what the heck just happened?
We still ain't seen a fucking replay. I'd love to see what happened. Did he blow a tire? Did he just get loose? What the fuck? That looked like blown tire the way the right front was damaged.
What Reddick did, ran too high and fucking hit the
Maybe,
wall
Could've been
coming
that.
out of
Maybe
four.
he could have.
He probably just hit it hard coming out of four.
That's probably not going to be the only car who does that.
Oh, man.
The fact that he still scored in front of, oh wait, it's a caution. I got to say. The fact that he scored in front of Bubba bothered me.
Well, Bubba will get his lap back now.
Yep.
With no help from his pit crew. Don't have to worry about them winning the pit crew competition later tonight, do we?
Hell no.
Kyle Larson looks like a little kid who just got off a roller coaster.
And apparently got a little
You saw
high
Kyle
off
Larson
it.
brought up the caution on lap 37. He did not change tires when everybody else
All right,
stopped.
something to keep in mind.
Hit the wall in turn 4. And it
What
was
a terrible
big
fucking
hit
camera
plus
view.
5 right of your screen.
Blew a right front tire. That's a right front tire going down.
Yes, it was. Big hit.
Running
See,
second.
Sarah
Oh,
Clint.
sight.
That's a
Impacts
right
like
front
that.
tire, Clint. Yes, it
Rattling
was.
it.
Yeah,
The only
Straight
funny
like
thing he
that,
says,
that's
there's
definitely
nothing
a
following,
right
nothing
front.
before that.
When I saw the way his right front was bent inwards as he was sitting on pit road and there was like no damage at the rear, I said, yeah, he blew a right front. Because if he spun out, he would have hit the wall with the back first.
Drew Pearson, you've had some big hits. That's exactly what I was going to add at 170 miles an hour.
No, and you see how fast he was going to hit that wall like that and create that kind of damage. Now I've run into some linebackers that left me like that.
Oh, those football analogies.
But, it's a tough break, I guess, for the racers for something like that to happen.
I mean, getting smacked like a linebacker will leave you looking like that.
So Kyle Larson out of his car.
Can't do that
and
anymore.
Because he crashed out of the race,
Sure
we'll take the
that.
mandatory
Not
trip
in
to the
the
care
NFL,
center
you
before.
But in Blitz the league.
With him. Yeah, it's a wonderful sport when things go right and cars keep heading in the right direction. However,
Yeah, as long as they
Same
keep
for
going the
footballers,
same,
right?
yeah, absolutely. And I caught the Hail Mary. The reason we made it happen because
Yeah, and you pushed off. I'm a Cowboy hater. What do you know?
There you go. That's right.
Gotta love Dale Jr. He said, well, there's not a thing wrong with that Wrangler decal on Blaney's car.
Oh man, it meant everything to me. You know, as a kid, you don't really dream of becoming a Hall of Famer. You just want to be a pro athlete. Then I made the Cowboys, and I made the Cowboy Ring of Honor. Then I started thinking about becoming a Hall of Famer. And, you know, I waited 38 years for that to happen. But it's the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You just kind of wait your turn. Patience is an attribute, too. And so I was able to wait. And the thing that, through my wait, the good Lord blessed me with good health. You know, I was able to write my speech, deliver my speech, accept it. I could recognize Roger Staubach as opposed to the other guys and all that. So,
Because you could outrun them linebackers you talked about, huh?
if I can't outrun them, I'll shake and bake them. That's for sure. I can still do that. That's for sure. That's for sure.
I think Bubba Wallace has the worst pit crew I've ever seen on a big NASCAR team. And they should be put on blast every week until they don't suck.
The Pro Football Hall of Fame committee did such a great job making us all
I like how Bubba was like, yeah, we had a great conversation this week. The guys are motivated to do better.
Thank you guys. And
Well,
welcome to Texas,
obviously
man.
not.
It's pretty cool, right?
Always fun to be in Texas.
Yes,
Didn't,
yes.
when
We're
Harvick
thrilled to be
first
here.
joined Stuart Austin, he
You've
had
had
a
a chance to see some of the drivers.
Yeah,
But not like
and they had a lot of mechanical failures, too.
Yeah, but it wasn't anywhere near
No,
as
I
bad as
don't.
this,
And,
though.
you know, I'm being politically
Because he wasn't getting cost like races and spots every single week.
When Tyler Reddick crashed earlier, he said on his radio, they picked the worst fucking track to bring these things to.
A lot of them, so I don't want to find out that I rooted for the other. And
So
then I
that's
have
one
to deal
driver
with
that agrees with
But no,
everybody
I'm,
watching this
just gonna be
bullshit.
neutral and enjoy
I
the
could
race.
tell it
And
was in his
have a
voice
good
when
time
he was,
out here. And
after
I'll try
Brett,
it.
when he was
I'll have a
talking
great
about
time.
seeing,
We're so
he was
glad
like,
you're
I
here.
tried
Thanks
to
for
change my
joining us.
lines,
You
and
guys.
still, hey,
Right
I
on.
tried to
Drew
change my
Pearson,
lines.
all right.
He was like,
Keep
that's
doing
why
it.
that's why I was just running
All
fast
right.
as I could. And when he was talking
Kyle
about that, I
Busch
was
is
like,
your
I
leader.
wonder
We
if
are
he's
under
just
caution
kind
at
of shitting on
40
the track,
laps.
saying that
Drew goes off to join some of the celebrities here. Chuck Norris is
Yeah,
here.
you're supposed to be able to move.
Chuck Norris is here? They just said Chuck Norris is at the race. Maybe he can throw a kick into one corner of the wall and the whole racetrack will collapse.
Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are on hand. Blake Shelton, the Grand Marshal.
Why are Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders on?
It's a veritable who's that of who cares.
Hey, it's an all-star race, and it brings out all-star level of people, and certainly the kickoff.
Who else is going to be there? The Dell guy and Joey Fatone?
We're into it. It's what it's all about when $1 million is on the line.
Well, pit road is open, and we know that the end of stage 2 is coming in 10 laps, and you know you're going to have to make a 4-tire mandatory pit stop for that reason.
I'm staying out, and I'm not pitting until we have that mandatory pit stop.
Everybody else stayed out.
5 takers.
Back.
Almirola,
Cars at the
Jones
back.
is in, so is Mcdowell.
And Stewart Haas cars need to pit every time there's a caution. As bad as they're running. So
Shit
how,
like that's what's going to make the championship race interesting.
can my back withstand having to carry more teams through victories than Evil Dead tonight? We'll find out. I just might stream it too. So if y'all like spooky horror shit and people yelling in your ear, I'm probably going to stream Evil Dead later. Probably. No guarantees.
Cody Ware's going to be the next fucking Sam Hornish. Was that the guy that got voted in with Reddit?
No, it was Josh Wise.
Josh Wise?
Yeah.
Cody Ware's going to be the next one.
Sam Hornish actually raced his way in before. Shocking, I know. Remember last year when they had Sammy Hagar here? I would be good with the All-Star race on a road course. My novel idea was put lights up at Sonoma and run the All-Star race at Sonoma at night.
I think it'd get too much hate. Road courses already get too much hate.
From idiots that don't know shit, but you know. Although now I like the idea of either have it at Wilkesboro when it's ready or have it at Atlanta. Just don't do it at Texas, please.
I feel like now they need to move to Atlanta. They done the very first one was Atlanta, right?
The second one. The second or third one. Because they had it at Charlotte, and then they moved it to Atlanta one year. Then it was at Charlotte from like 86 to 2019. So, and then 2020 was Bristol, and then last year and this year was Texas. But yeah, it's time to be moving on from old Texas.
Or maybe just an idea, but maybe you do a fan vote for the track.
That'd be a good idea. Bristol would win every year.
You have to do it like a year ahead.
Bristol would win every time though.
Yeah.
Because it would have to be a SMI track.
Like
and it'd be
during
Bristol.
the All-Star race right now, like live vote. Like say we got
For the
everybody.
next
Everybody's watching the All-Star race right now.
Chastain thinks he may
If you put up on there,
tire
vote for the race
going
next year.
Chastain thinks he might have a left rear tire going down.
To be sure.
Well, you got to ride it out.
Byron, and you'll hear his spotter on the restart, Brandon
Hopefully
Lyons.
Ross's left rear tire holds up. Ryan Blaney's hoping it doesn't.
Bitch Kyle down. Bitch Kyle down.
Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain. Ross will race Kyle harder than anybody else has tonight.
Best restart.
Yeah. Great restart by Ross. Oh, Byron got loose on the bottom there. And Hamlin's out of the groove. Bowman gets shuffled out of the groove in the back. Chastain and Busch are side by side for the lead down the back. Damn, Ross. Show me the money, Ross. Just don't spin out running that outer groove. Go, Ross. Go. Still side by side. Here comes Cindric. Cindric into third. Where'd Cindric come from? Kyle's going to clear him into one here. He's going to drive it in and clear him. There you go. Ross's car got tight. Ross got tight in the middle of 1 and 2. Now Cindric's to his inside. Fuck. And Ross is taking Cindric down to the apron. Yeah, Chase just made a nice move to get into the top 5.
4 spots since the restart. Yes, sir. Wow.
4 spots in a lap for Chase.
Learn this racetrack. I think that
Yeah.
group's coming in on the outside. It's enabling them to pass. It just keeps getting better. He's the
I can't believe how good that car looks.
Let's hear from his teammate out of the race. Here's Vince.
Good job, Chase.
Yeah, let's cut away from the race for an interview. Can you show them both at the same time, please?
Well, remember, we were showing commercials during this race. So.
I moved up. I don't really think that made the wear any worse, but yeah, just let go of the center and took off. So
Suarez and Chase almost got together.
Good enough, depending on restart, since you can't pass at all, especially the leader anyway. So we'll see. I think it's Kyle's race to lose at this point. It's pretty impossible to pass. So
say it one more time.
yeah, we'll move on and look forward to the 600 and hopefully put on some good racing there.
Glad you're okay.
That's the Coca-Cola 600. Next Sunday on Fox.
Oh, Kyle. Oh.
Kyle Busch got loose from the lead. Oh, whoa! Cindric takes the lead. Oh, look out!
Oh my God!
Kyle, and there goes Chase. There goes Ross. There goes Kyle Busch.
That was
Chastain almost ramped and flipped upside down.
That was remnants of Truex and Custer in the fucking rain.
That was a lot like Keselowski and Chase at the 600 me and Cameron went to a couple of years ago. Gosh, you see that shit?
What a wreck. What a change of
Larson,
events.
it's Kyle's race to lose.
Just
I don't think that was. I don't
Chase
think that was
Elliott
not Kyle's fault.
blowing up through the field.
That's Larson.
The way
He's okay.
Cindric blew by,
And
Kyle's
so
car
is
blew
Chastain.
up.
Why did I have to take out Ross? Ross had nowhere to go.
Larson, you just
No,
said it.
he didn't. There was nothing he could do.
Man, you jinxed him. That's exactly what happened.
Damn.
This race has turned
Holy
upside down now.
heck.
Chase Elliott had gained 8 spots
Suarez
since the
going now.
restart. In
On the
only
positive,
less than a handful
no
of
more
laps.
Kyle Busch.
And gets
The negative, we lost a
taken
couple
out
drivers
in this
we liked.
pileup. Beginning with Kyle
I
Busch's
can't believe Chase
misfortune.
got took out. He was going into one and got
It
hit.
was like
It was
Ross.
a wreck at the start-finish line, and Chase got
I
wrecked.
don't
going
know
into
how
one.
Ross
Kyle
did it. He
Larson,
like
Kyle
ramped
Busch,
Kyle Busch
Chase Elliott,
and
Ross
then
Chastain.
smacked into Chase
Did you
Elliott.
pick
I don't
anybody
know
else
how
to
he
win
did
this
it.
race?
I don't
Exactly
think so.
so.
Right, that's almost every favorite that I had dubbed to win
I've
this
seen
race
some
as a
crazy
possibility
ass
out of the
wrecks,
race
but
already.
this
Did
is
Kyle have a
like
tire go down or something?
I was right to show you.
I
See
think he
anybody's-
Watch
blew.
his car.
He
His
blows.
rear end. Watch his rear end.
He squirrels.
See that big wheel
Squirms
getting out of
a
the
little
gas?
bit.
See the tire?
Flat right rear tire.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Cindric takes the lead. Here comes Ross. Nowhere to go.
God.
And then Chase is an innocent victim and then hits driver's side on the outside wall. That hurt.
God.
And 3 cars destroyed.
So what does that
Ah.
mean for the fucking final stage?
It goes to the next car.
Everything is
NASCAR
so
said, "This sucks. Kyle, blow a fucking tire. This sucks. You're sticking this
Now,
race up."
where's the meme of Chuck Norris with the sniper rifle and he
That
shot
right
out
there-
Kyle
that
Busch's
there-
right rear
that-
tire?
That right there was the most Vince McMahon
Oh,
shit
Yeah.
ever.
my
You're
God.
doing too good, buddy. Blow a
They
tire.
said Chuck Norris was here, but you guys have seen the meme where it makes it look like he's shooting people on YouTube videos.
They're gonna call that the Larson interview curse.
Look at Blaney.
Kyle's race
I bet Blaney saw Chastain and went, ha!
Probably did.
It's Kyle's race to lose, and he blows a tire going out of field.
By God, something happened.
Can you believe it? At Texas.
Damn. And
Why
it
did
took
it
my
happen?
fucking money away.
Why did it have to take away Chase?
Blink of an eye, trademark Michael Waltrip. Michael Waltrip should chime in. Well, I know something about Blink of an Eye. That was the name of his documentary about his career. Well, let me tell you about Blink of an Eye. Damn. I saw a similar wreck. Me and Cameron went to the 2017 600 at Charlotte, watching cars go along, All of a sudden, boom! And I look over, and Keselowski's ass end is up in the air with Chase Elliott under him. Jeffrey Earnhardt blew up, and a piece of his car flew off and shot through the grill of Keselowski, wrecked his engine, and Chase was right there, and Brad's car just shut off, and they crashed. Jimmy Johnson and Truex came drifting through the crash and drove on. And it was like, damn. That was very similar to that. But Ross almost flipped upside down, and the Chase Elliott hit into the outside wall is awful.
They might have to black flag it
Move
so
the
they
whole
can
front
get
clip
all
to
that
the right
shit
about
up.
6 inches.
Yeah, that was
This could be a long
really
caution.
hard hit.
Yeah, they've red flagged it, yeah.
Oh, they've red flagged it.
There's a lot of fluid from Chase's car.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of fluid.
Jesus, man. And yeah, Larson totally jinxed Kyle Busch on that one.
Oh,
Tonight's
absolutely.
All Star Race. And they are all on
Why
the
is it that whenever Kyle Busch gets wrecked, most of the time it has to take out people I like?
10 laps earlier.
Well, at least it got rid of Kyle Busch.
But it took
As
out
Thanos
Chase
said,
after
a soul
he
for a
said-
soul.
Larson with the keys of the
You got Christopher Bell in the 20. William Byron was
Larson,
really fast
why
with the
did you
fastest
open your
lap
mouth,
of
dude?
qualifying.
Why?
I mean, you gotta start correcting
Kyle
that.
Larson
now
holds
the
the key to this chaos.
Because
Once
now the
again,
Soul Stone
anybody's
just
game
really
with this sport.
just
Exactly.
messed
It is
everything
now.
up.
Can we time travel and put it back?
Yes.
And get Ross Chastain back in this
But it
race?
really is.
Yes.
But I do want to go back to what
Wasn't
Kyle
worth
Larson
it.
said. You're going to have to work to keep your car up front. You're going to have to stay up front.
All right, we'll take a break from Texas Motor Speedway. After Kyle Busch slow on the racetrack, Ross Chastain.
Ross
into
got
him,
airborne,
into
dude.
Chase Elliott into the wall.
Poor Chase just happened to be the car going by. Ross had no control over his car.
No, he didn't.
You saw where the both wheels were pointed in the wrong direction. Ugh. The way that happened so fast live, because Kyle Busch is slow. Fuck.
When I
Yeah,
seen
like-
Cindric go by like 100 mile an
Yeah,
hour,
exactly. I was like, holy crap, yay, Kyle. Then it's like, no, Ross, no, Chase. I didn't think anything was going to happen to Kyle, though, when he started squirreling a little bit. I was like, oh, Kyle's fine. But then Cindric passes him, and it's like, yes. And then no and no, real quickly after. Why?
Well, that made things interesting. Kyle Busch being out of the race is the big one.
I mean,
'Cause he
it's
was dominating.
great. Is Kyle Busch out of this race? Yes. But what did it cost? Everything.
I'm kind of thinking back to my jinx when I said he was going to dominate the whole race. You can have it, Kyle.
Yeah, well, apparently not, but it's gonna. But it
Nah,
happened.
but when shit like this happens, is when somebody like Logano or Truex is gonna win now.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like yes, and then it's like
Mhm.
fuck, we still had the one guy left in the race. That didn't
And
like.
somehow magically he just catches something and you can't explain it,
Yeah.
and he just goes on and wins anyway. And it's like, man, screw off. That's another thing that used to annoy me all the time when I used to, watch every week. Oh, I hated that shit. Because if Kyle goes out, then somehow Denny magically wins, and it's like, screw off, Denny.
When we were at that 600, Harvick and Kyle Busch had the dominant cars. Harvick blew a right front tire, and I said, that's one down. If something happens to Kyle over the next 200 laps, it'll be a great race. Nothing happened to Kyle over the next 200 laps. But at the time, I was like, yes, one down. One down. Nothing
Surely
happened.
something will happen to Kyle in 200 laps. Nope.
I remember thinking, damn, nobody's got nothing for Kyle, and then Harvick was moving and got to second. And I was like, yes, and then the middle of the
Saturday, USFL primetime showdown between the New Orleans Breakers and Jeff Fisher's
Everybody-
Michigan
Just what we
State.
needed, a red flag during the All-Star race. Just what we needed.
The league-leading Birmingham Stallions take on the Pittsburgh Ballers at 2 Eastern on Fox. Did you say Stallions? Oh my God, that poor little Fiat.
You know what Fiat stands for? Fix it again, Tony.
It was magnificent. It was magnificent.
A lot of cool stuff, man. This horse show that I was watching, I watched them practice this morning, and what a show that was.
Mike, you were so focused on the Fiat, you didn't even see the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Yeah, a Fiat. Come on, Mike.
Well, it was a 124 Spider. There's not many of those left. The rest
2018
of all
Coke
rusted
600.
to
No,
dust.
Yes,
class.
it's 124 cc's too, probably.
Not exactly.
Come on.
Ross Chastain
Boy,
was
does that
traveling
shit take me back.
185 miles.
Ross was 185 when he went airborne.
Kyle Busch, who was going about 60
185 miles an hour. And Kyle Busch is over 60 miles an hour slower. That's classic Kyle. Got hit at 185 miles an hour. You okay?
So they are cleaning
Yep.
up turns 1 and 2. Chase Elliott, when he hit the wall and knocked that front clip askew, that put a lot of fluid down on the racetrack. And they're hooking up to Ross Chastain's car. There's Elliott's being brought back to the garage.
And Clint, I know you asked me within about 4 laps. Let's go down to Vince first, though.
Chase Elliott checked the release from the care center, just a victim there. I mean, what did you feel or see or think about that?
Yeah, I saw the 18 had a problem, and then I saw the one hit him really hard, and then I just didn't give him enough room to. I knew he was going to go straight. I just didn't realize he was going to, go that far right that quick. I just kind of misjudged it. So, really avoidable on my end. I just kind of messed up and didn't get the gap shot quick enough. So, hate it. I thought our car was actually surprisingly pretty good for me in Texas. So I was pretty excited about it. Looking forward to
He has horrible luck at
getting going
Texas.
And, seeing what we had
Well,
here.
there's the proof.
Really
It's like Jeff Gordon back in the day at Texas.
Try again next week.
We have overtime for stages in the All-Star race? I didn't know that. Makes sense because they're actually racing for some. They're racing for a top 4 spot or a top 3 spot for the last 50 laps. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at the spotter because you're not going to be able to react when your driver's going that fast. And Rice could have seen it too, but you can't react at 185 miles an hour when somebody's going that much slower.
You hit Kyle at about 185 mile per hour. What
Did it feel like 185?
Felt like the driver of the one car chose the wrong lane to go. Our Worldwide Express car was tight all night and just managing the
Similar thing happened to Hamlin at Dover a couple weeks ago because Cody Ware spun out at Dover running laps down. His car stopped in the racetrack and started rolling, and Hamlin picked the wrong fucking line and got clobbered by Cody Ware. Look at AJ getting through there. Yeah, Ross is the only guy in this wreck to hit both the other cars involved. Duke boys.
That's how I remember it.
I'm surprised you remember it.
Fast cars.
Glad you're okay. Mike.
Boy, he's had an incredible season up to tonight.
I'm looking good on my shades.
Ross Chastain with a couple of wins. And now the car's parked on the front stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
At lap
Yeah.
37, he did not take tires at the end of stage 1, cut down a tire, hit the wall in
There's
turn
6
4.
Chevys left in
Kyle
this race.
Busch did not take tires at the end of stage 1, cut down a tire, and crashed with Ross Chastain.
Kyle Busch made the quick decision to try to get down out of the way, but unfortunately that's the spot of the racetrack where everybody kind of goes down. So.
And Mike, you just mentioned it, a right front and a right rear, and Clint had asked me during commercial, could I connect anything to those guys not pitting and having those flat tires within about 7 or 8 laps of each other? For the life of me, I can't connect the dots on that. But one was a right front, one was a right rear, and we've got a lot of drivers out there that's got the same number of laps on their tires that's not pitted yet. So I can't connect the dots with that.
So among the drivers who did not pit, Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney running 1-2, Martin Truex in 6th, plus Chris Buescher 8th, Joey Logano 9th. They did not stop for tires at the end of stage 1. Vince?
Well, a bad break for Kyle Busch with the right front and then the big hit from Ross. How do you describe what happened there in that sequence?
I just got a flat tire off the floor, right rear's flat. Unfortunate for our guys, everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing, Toyota, M&M's. I mean, we had a really fast race car, great race car. Led all the laps up to that point, obviously. So disappointing to not be able to finish it out and go race for the $1 million.
Did you see Ross coming? I know there was nothing you could do to
No.
avoid him, but did you see it coming?
No.
Glad you're okay, Mike.
No.
Kyle Busch led.
Kind of dumbass question was that anyway? Did you see him coming? No.
Crashed hard at lap 48.
Reminds me of that time Junior blew a tire at Charlotte in 08. Dale, what happened out there? I heard a pow, and then it went into the wall. He was driving an orange Amp Energy car that night, and it blew right front tire and hit the wall.
With the Charlotte studio, Shannon
Why are we
Spake,
going to Charlotte?
Regan Smith, Jamie McMurray.
Means Charlotte, where this race should be, if it's not going to be at Bristol or Atlanta.
Just digesting what we saw happen on the racetrack. First of all, so happy to see all of those guys walk away.
Ooh, Michael, you threw a Cindric bet in at 40-1. That's pretty good.
Is there any way he
Looking
could-
good right now. He's leading the race.
And we heard him
For like
"Once you commit,
not even half a second, I said, damn, Cindric's fast. Oh, in my head, I was like, damn, Cindric's fast.
At the time when he made the move was up on the top side. once you make that move, you can't just change it.
Yeah.
You hit him square from behind if you try to go back to the outside.
In hindsight, Kyle should have stayed high.
That's exactly what he tried to do right
unfortunate.
Here. Fortunately, everybody was okay, but a big impact
But yeah,
for these guys.
normally your thought process is, well, let me
get down and out of the way. Yeah.
That's what you're
He's just
used
trying
to
to get
doing.
back to pit road to hopefully continue the race. But obviously,
That was the worst spot.
And Larry talked about it.
I said it looked just like that Keselowski Chase Elliott deal from that one Charlotte race I went to.
You did hear Kyle Larson say about how hard it is to pass, and he specifically said it was Kyle Busch's race to lose because he was out front. Austin Cindric is
Thing is, at Daytona, you're already there because you're hugging that yellow line because nobody can pass you below the yellow line.
What I've been impressed with is it has been hard to pass, but if you look at Suarez, who came from the open race, he's been able to pass a lot of cars, finds himself in third now, up 20 positions. A little bit of strategy has played into that, but he can pass, but it has been extremely difficult. We've seen the restarts are key. We know that every single week, but this track, because of the it's being so different, it seems like the passing needs to get done in turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4 seems to be much more difficult. We did see also Ross Chastain get side by side with Kyle Busch. Restarts there. It is going to be possible to get side by side, but it's going to come down to that restart. It's going to be a big key.
Just what we needed, a red flag during one of the shortest races of the year and the race that nobody wants to be at.
Let's talk about the guys that drove in through
But
the
at
open
least
and
there was
transferred in by
something really
winning the stages in the
interesting that
open.
shook
You've got,
up
of
the
course,
Yeah.
Stenhouse.
The two of the I think the best cars were Blaney, Chastain, and Kyle Busch, and 2 of those cars are out now.
Guys would win a stage, and now these are the guys that have kind of made their way to the front of the pack.
Daniel Suarez
I bet that was a what the fuck was that moment.
There's absolutely no chance. I was pulling the emergency brake that would not happen. But he's had a strong race car, and it started early on in the All Star race where he was making moves, got up to 14th pretty quick. Now he finds himself.
Look at his eyes. Regan Smith has serial killer eyes.
Transferred through, having good runs and showing some speed and showing why track time is premium. It's great to be on the track. Something to keep in mind.
Did you see the new gameplay demo for Gotham Knights with Nightwing and Red Hood? Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. And we can do it co-op together. We can do the whole game co-op. You can either play the whole game solo or do the whole game co-op.
On the restarts.
Yeah.
So I think survival is probably going to be the word we're going to hear a lot as this race continues.
You mentioned it is tough to pass out there, but there's still a lot of racing. A lot of racing to go, and a lot on the line out there. $1 million for one of these drivers tonight in the All Star Race. We will head back to the track after the commercial break. Mike Joy, Clint Boyer, and Larry McReynolds.
Yeah, Ross Chastain probably got some hours on his pilot's license after that wreck.
Yeah, like for real.
You're not wrong, Earl. Regan Smith is Haley Deegan's spotter? I honestly did not even know that.
That's interesting.
Remember when Kevin Hamlin was Natalie Decker's spotter and he was so fucking dumb with her during that truck race at Bristol? I've never heard a spotter just openly talk about how shit their driver's doing and how they don't want to be up there spotting for them anymore. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, I don't even know how to... Why would a spotter do that?
He had his reasons. She is pretty bad. But still.
Yeah, but that you still got to suck it up and just do what you can. You can't just...
That's like the other extreme of when Larson spotter last week said, fucking Kurt Busch wrecked us. And Kyle Larson said, no, he didn't. Because Kurt never touched Larson last week. He fucking wrecked us. No, he didn't. Look at the little kid in the Pokemon shirt dancing. Oh, ha, ha. Hey, we're back under caution. The red flag's been lifted.
Yellow once again. These guys, cars out of the Chase Briscoe on pit road with the hood up as we are back under yellow. They're going to take a couple laps, run through the speedy dry, and get ready for
Hood up on another Stewart Haas car.
Under the All Star Race rules,
Stewart Haas
NASCAR overtime.
They are just up. The best car they've had this year consistently is Briscoe. He won Phoenix. Harvick runs mostly top 10, but they just don't have race dominant cars anymore. The theory, Tony Stewart's doing a lot. He's still driving his own shit, racing dirt and everything. They own an F1 team. They're just doing too much shit outside of Stewart Haas, and I think it's hurt there.
So stage 1 is nullified now.
Yeah.
And remember, this year a change. The past few years, the final stage has been a
I guess.
sprint. This year it is
Well, I mean, it counted. It's just that there's nobody to take advantage of the fact to be, yeah.
Going to be a couple of laps of getting.
So yeah, now the stage 2 winner here will start up front at the start of the last stage, and the stage 3 winner will start second, and the pit crew competition winner will start third, and then everybody else will just start behind them in the order that they came off pit road or whatever. Hey Blaney, were you real happy to see that one car eat shit just now? Surprised Boyer didn't ask him that. Michael, I'm wondering what's up with Stewart Haas, period. Wouldn't be surprised to see them be the big team that switches to the new manufacturer, whether it be Honda, Dodge, or whoever that comes in the next year or two, whenever.
The Blaney Family Charity Golf Tournament in Charlotte is this Tuesday.
Ryan Blaney's father, Dave Blaney, World of Outlaws fucking badass, and probably my favorite driver to never win a cup race. I think Dave Blaney was one of the best drivers to never win a cup race.
Attempt at a green-white checker. If they take the white flag under green, next flag will end the stage. And that applies for stage 2, stage 3, but not for the end of the.
Do they call Austin Cindric's pit crew the Keystone Cops?
End under green.
No, that's Bubba's pit crew, my bad. Look at the divot Ross Chastain took out of the grass on the front stretch.
One of the cars he could pass at will and finds himself on point now. And
I don't know.
I think this is a very important.
I've seen that get other drivers in the past, including Dale Jr. in 2014. He said he couldn't see that part of the track through the post at the front of the car. He clipped that grass and it ripped the whole fucking bottom out of the car, and the car burst into flames, and he got another concussion. So, yeah, I remember that.
Hey, what's going to be interesting,
Yeah.
I saw Daniel Suarez in a 99 car third. He chose the outside, which will put him behind Ron Blaney in that twin.
Cindric, Blaney, Suarez, and Byron.
To get those tires cleaned up, it was obviously lost a lot of heat out of your tires, a lot of grip and everything else. Get them cleaned up, get some temperature back in them, get them ready to go. Going to need an aggressive restart.
Earl, there's no idea when the new manufacturer's coming, but NASCAR's talking like it's definitely going to happen. But we just don't know when. And we don't know who exactly it is.
Gets the pole for the final stage tonight.
So whoever wins this is going to win.
Possibly. I hope it's Willie B, but I think Cindric's just going to take off here. Blaney's got the best car of this group, in my opinion. And there, you see it in the center of the corner right there. Oh. Cindric gave him more room than he did on the last lap at Daytona back in February, that's for sure. And then Cindric drives it in hard on the bottom. And clears him and slides up in front of him. Blaney, you can't run too high, he'll spin out. One to go in this stage. Byron to the inside. Notice Blaney didn't throw a stupid block on Byron. Oh boy, Byron's getting loose. Blaney's washing up the track. Blaney's gonna hold him off. Or is he? You sure? Hey, it was Blaney. Leaderboard says Blaney. Blaney's fucking ready to fight somebody tonight, I think. Ryan Blaney seems to be in a rare mood.
Right there, but the 12 come up and got into the back of the two.
Was he get it when they went into turn 4?
So 2 stages in the books.
Blaney's looking to start some shit today, even with his own teammate.
Has earned the pole for the final stage.
Which Blaney's first words over the radio at the end of the Daytona 500 this year were about Austin Cindric, and he said, quote, "I'm going to fucking kill him."
That will be part of this
It's like,
4-tire stop.
I don't blame you, but I also don't blame Cindric for kind of pinching you up towards the wall because it was the Daytona 500.
Well, here they are. Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, William Byron. There's some of the best. Kyle Larson. But how do you do that? You got to be good coming on the pit road, coming into that box.
Got to be good. Blah, blah, blah. Why does Clint Boyer sound like an auctioneer?
Top 3, they're already eliminated. Denny Hamlin, that 11 car, the best of the rest.
So there's the power ranking.
Michael, like I said, Blaney's he's in a mood tonight. Ross Chastain got him pissed off good and early.
The top 5.
I love this one, right? This is a total team performance. Whoever does best right here, you're going to be starting in the top 4. It gives those teams a chance.
Now the winner is not the first car off the end.
It's the car and team that spends the least amount of time on pit road.
Just as they time pit road speed from yellow line to yellow line. And
Yep.
will inform
Gotta
us
change
after
4.
it's over. Who is the winner of that $100,000?
Yeah, how they come off the pit road, and that's how they're going to be accordingly, right? Nothing changes there. But
Well,
the
Chase
performance
Crew
of the
can't win it
teams,
this
it's
year.
measured here,
They
it's
won it last
time,
year,
and whoever gets that the best, they're going to
Who
be
did?
in that 4th starting spot. Big time
Yeah.
opportunity for some of these back markers for sure.
I think it's going to be Denny.
And it will be 4 tires.
It won't be Blaney's. Blaney's crew's let him down over and over this year too. I'm going to say it's Byron's.
We don't need any penalties on pit road. As far as William Byron is concerned, said just tighten me up a little bit.
Yeah, you get DQ'd if you're speeding. They just put you at the back.
A little bit tighter. They like the car, but it needs to be a little bit tighter. It's an air pressure adjustment. Jamie?
Christopher Bell said the balance is good, especially on that last refire. The last restart really good there. In the first time,
Remember when I said it was Byron?
an air pressure adjustment to keep up with the track. He was really loose on those left side.
Byron got the lead on pit road, but we'll see if he was the fastest car all around. I'd say he probably was.
I don't know where he was at before that.
So William Byron wins the race off pit road. However, we'll wait for NASCAR timing and scoring to give us.
I was right. I said Byron.
And we can give you unofficially what we have from our Fox Sports timings. So here's what we have. Joey Logano, Team 22.
Wow, really?
36.353
Damn.
yellow line.
Okay, well, Byron won the race off pit road, but Logano was the fastest.
Austin Cindric not on that.
Oh, great. That dickhead's going to start top 3 at the end of the race.
Stop for Austin, our leader, coming in.
That's unfortunate.
All right, let's take a break, and then we'll get the official results of the Pit Stop Challenge for the 4th starting spot in the final stage and $100,000 to the top pit crew.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people will probably know that Geico could save their money on car insurance, right? You see, the thing is,
So the 22 team.
Geico can save on both insurance.
Why can't Blaney have a team that fast at Penske? I still think it's a setup problem. Here's an idea, though, NASCAR. Bring back Ride Hot, raise the cars off the ground, and that probably won't happen nearly as much. And you'll get a better race out of it.
Well, Mike, we showed the power rankings, and the 22 team wasn't there, but they got it done.
Bring back Ride Hot.
Paul Wolf, I know it's been a struggle this weekend, but what can you say about your boys and getting it done there?
Well, I'm just proud of the effort. We haven't been where we wanted to be. We made some changes.
They get a $20 Dave & Buster's gift card.
So we put together the whole package, and real proud of everybody on the Shell Pennzoil team.
Well done. $100,000 going to
And
the
a fan.
22 bus.
That's awesome.
A $10 fan from Dollar General, supplied by us.
Yeah, whether that driver gets $1 million or not, they're going home with $100,000.
You think you're going to be at Dollar General a long time?
Stays on the lead lap and finishes in the top 15 in this next stage.
I feel good at mine, but you know how jobs are. They fucking change and people come and go.
Yeah, the only penalty we had, Kurt Busch, that 45 car, came in 6th. He drove through more than 3 pit boxes getting into his own pit box, so he'll have to start at the
That you can't do that. That's illegal.
He was the last off pit road.
I'm really shocked Blaney hasn't won a race this year, but it also has a lot to do with his pit crew.
2 of 4 stages in tonight's 38th annual NASCAR All Star Race. So this happened at the end after stage 2. We wondered why.
Blaney's not a big Austin Cindric fan.
Yeah, that's what I alluded to. I saw him go up there and give him a tap in the back, and I didn't know if it was displeasure.
I think everybody that pisses off Blaney tonight, he sees them as Ross Chastain.
Pulled up and took the air off of him, but hey, man, that's what this race is all about. You got to take.
Remember, was Austin Cindric doing the taking, and Ryan Blaney ending up against the fence in the last 400 feet of the Daytona 500.
And he was not happy about that at all.
Nope. So maybe just a little of that has carried over.
Well, if somebody fucked me out of the Daytona 500, I probably wouldn't forget it. Even though Cindric really didn't do anything wrong, I'd still be butthurt.
Fastest Toyota since Kyle Busch's exit from the race after leading 47 laps. Row 3, Kurt Busch and Austin Cindric. Row 4, Truex and Stenhouse. Row 5, Buescher and Logano. 20 cars left on the lead lap. And here we go for stage 3.
Yes, Willie B. I've still got a chance at some money. Cars hitting the grass like crazy again. Half the cars on the inside line dip their left sides in the grass.
That's the most orderly restart of the night so far.
I'm okay with Byron driving away. It gets me a better chance at some money.
Now Cindric, the stage winner, and Logano, the pit stop winner. They are in green with preferred starting spots for the final stage.
But they must stay in that top 15 to be able to get.
Yeah, remember Joey's got to. You got to finish 15th or better to be eligible for that. Quick, somebody spin Logano.
Clint, to your point, William Byron out there, that 24 leading, they won the battle off pit road. That's why he restarted first for that stage.
And now everybody has new tires.
Take his air away.
That restart was so orderly, there was no disparity.
I think Blaney's destined to win this race, but I feel like something's going to happen. And I really hope William Byron wins because I want money.
He has a fast race car.
Ah, he's going to get it here. Damn. Byron went really wide off of 2. Guys, you just saw the first green flag pass for the lead tonight that was not aided by a blown tire. And Ryan Blaney takes the lead. I think Blaney's destined to win this.
Well, and Blaney has been good from the very beginning. The only really misstep is when he overdrove it, and he told his team, as we noted earlier when he lost to several positions, he said, sorry, I was just trying too hard. But otherwise, he said the car has been really good other than when he's right.
He was driving like a pissed off teenager.
He doesn't have that problem right now. He's out front.
Surely not. He's pulling away. 4 Chevy Toyota, 1, 2, 3, Blaney, Byron, and Bell.
I was going to say Byron has company, and it is Christopher Bell in that 20 car.
How about that for alliteration?
Has been fast.
Oh, wait, this is a NASCAR race. They don't know big words.
Well, he's
Smells systematic.
be done with that. Be rid of that by the wayside. Getting that track position, marching to the front. That 20. This is a home track for him. Not Okie. He wants to get this $1 million right here in front of his home crowd.
He started this race.
Richard Childress once said the last big word I learned like that was mayonnaise, so I can't tell you.
Daniel Suarez. Vince.
Daniel Suarez in that 99 from last to fourth. It has been an impressive run for Suarez. The only problem they've had is which lane to choose on the restart. They feel like that's cost them a couple of positions, but otherwise it's been rock solid and he is fast. We'll see if he can get these other spots.
We were talking during the red flag. Could Daniel Suarez pull off a Michael Waltrip, who came into an all-star race never having won a NASCAR race, but won the Open, or transferred from the Open, and then won.
Bell to the inside of Byron.
Second spot here, Bell on the move.
Byron did what I've been begging guys to do. Lean on them. Get as close as you can without touching them. You can't just go wide and give them all the room they need. Kind of like he did there. But he did carry a nice run off the corner. Well, there was a red flag. That's why the race is still going on, because Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain nearly got sent to another plane of existence. And Christopher Bell was second.
11th place here, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch. Remember,
What do Brad Keselowski and Kurt Busch have in common? They both used to drive the 2-car.
That's right.
On the way to his stop.
They're both champions, though.
They are. And if you honestly, if you want to look at all the cars Kurt Busch used to drive, most of them are still in this race. Because he's driven every fucking thing.
Especially on these bigger racetracks, to hear them shifting. You heard Keselowski reach down and pull that shift into fifth gear. The ability to do that, right? Where's that come from? This fifth gear.
Boy, Texas sucks, but it looks cool at night.
There it is. Downshift, back wide open. You'll hear him pull the thing back down to fifth right here.
If Byron keeps running the way he is, he's going to get his shot at Logano tonight, but I don't think they're going to worry about it because Blaney's going to have the winning car.
Martin Truex has closed up on Daniel Suarez for fourth. Ryan Blaney leading Christopher Bell by half a second. We'll go Fox side by side.
I bet Christopher Bell.
He's hanging in there, but, man, Blaney's just so good. You got to have an exceptionally fast car to pass whoever's out front in that clean air for the lead. And Blaney is the only one tonight that I've seen do that. Pass for the lead over a green flag run. When Kurt Busch drove that shitty 51 car, he still almost won Sonoma driving that thing. He probably would have won Sonoma. He said something broke late in that race. That was way back in 2012. I like at the end of that commercial, they said, not Jimmy G. And I said every 49ers fan ever. The quarterback they just can't get rid of. Saw a thing on Twitter that made me laugh. It was a hot take. It said Drew Brees is just Kirk Cousins with a Super Bowl.
Kirk Cousins can't move though. In Drew's prime, he can.
Drew was pretty mobile.
He just never did it because he didn't want to. But
Not a down the field runner, but behind the line and in the pocket.
he
Yeah,
gets you a little bit.
shifty. some reason I just thought of Chris Berman during the commercials on ESPN. There's a video of him on YouTube, and he's just cussing up a storm. It's fucking hilarious because it was like 03 or whatever, and they're talking about what they're going to talk about when they come back for commercial, and Chris Berman goes, "Yeah, but the same fucking thing. We're always going to fucking talk about the Colts and Rams. I mean, fuck it, right? We're going to talk about the Colts and Rams. Fuck." The fucking Colts and the Rams.
Brian Blaney leading. Here's questions you have to answer. How many Chevys will be in the top 15 at the end of this stage, stage 3?
Yeah, if Kurt Busch was mentally stable in the first half of his career, he'd probably be looked at in higher regard than his fucking brother is. Because Kurt Busch is that good. He's just a head case.
Yep.
I've never seen a supremely talented driver nearly tank their own career by just having mental illness.
It's about as early of a downshift as I've heard riding along with Denny Hamlin here. He really used that downshift to help slow his car down, rotate that middle.
Hamlin's Coca-Cola camera looking at Chris Buescher, who transferred in from the open. And a problem for
Stenhouse is blowing up. Oh, no, it's a left rear tire. Right rear. So no caution for that, but they threw a caution in the Xfinity race when Allgaier had the same problem.
He was in 9th place.
Need a better tire good year.
Okay, Tony Stewart.
Opened up a lead on Christopher Bell now of almost 9/10 of a second.
Nah, they ain't right enough.
Their lap times vary only by hundredths.
Christopher Bell, he has been trying everything imaginable down in turn 1 and 2. He has been right against.
Somebody's going to figure out how to pass somebody one of these goddamn days.
He just keeps trying to move that 20 car around.
Well, Blaney did.
Let's have a look at the Xfinity fastest.
We're at 6 to go in stage 3.
Larson has the fastest lap of the race, but he is in the garage area. The last time by, Christopher Bell was quicker than leader Ryan Blaney by 0.18 of a second than Truex, Hamlin, and Suarez. Sixth place here as Hamlin continues his march toward the front.
Logano's going to take that 10th place car, start third in this last segment, and body slam whoever's in front of him. Even, and it's going to be his teammates. It's going to be Blaney and Cindric.
So if you can gain that position on the racetrack, maybe your pit crew can maintain it on pit road.
Cool angle right there. You see that exhaust? You pass off the center disc, glowing cherry red inside of it.
Bell just knocked a wall down trying to catch Blaney. Same thing as Reddick yesterday, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Stenhouse is going, thanks. Where was that 2 laps ago? I guarantee he did the same thing Reddick did earlier.
Now Ricky Stenhouse got a tire, got back on track, but he will be between the race leader and Bell here. So there's Blaney on the left, then Stenhouse, and Christopher Bell with the pointer in on the right.
Yep, same damn thing.
Just got loose. Man, when it took off, it sure
was
got
on,
underneath
just
that thing.
on that wrong spot where you don't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't believe there was a tire issue there.
Nope.
It just looked to me like it got loose, got up from underneath it.
Stenhouse, the only car one
Look,
lap down.
he
will
wasn't
get
even
the free
in the
pass.
wall yet. They had a caution thrown.
This is such an interesting dynamic because obviously if I think I can win this stage and I'm one of those drivers up there like Blaney, Byron, or Suarez,
But if I'm outside the top 5, I'm pitting here and staying out the rest of the race.
and getting my 4 tires and staying out at the end of the stage for that track position.
You know you're going to be behind Cindric, Logano, and whoever wins this, but if you pit now, you got a good chance of starting 4th or 5th.
Since few things are sure, I'd say he's coming.
Well, again, I think Rudy kind of felt like, put a little bit on his onus. Can you win this thing right now? Everybody can make it if you pit here on fuel.
If I pinch Ryan Blaney down as low as humanly possible, I got a chance. He's pitting. Blaney, Cindric, and Logano stay. Logano staying out puzzles me, but at the same time, he's going to start third no matter what happens now. So, yeah.
What they were going to do, and there's a chassis adjustment as far as the 12 is concerned. Good balance for Ryan Blaney, but a little 3 in 3
And that's the last time I'm pitting for the rest of the race.
Martin Truex Jr. making his 12th All-Star appearance, never won this race. They worked the right side, made an air pressure adjustment for Truex. And the 20 car, they said it doesn't look bad, so they feel like they can continue at this point as they continue to assess the damage on the right rear.
Penske cars, all three of them, and Michael Mcdowell stayed out. Here's Bubba Wallace backing up into his pit. He left, and now he's come back.
The pit crew didn't get the wheel tight.
Nothing to lose right
So Bubba Wallace, once again, making progress through the field, gets fucked by his pit crew. They got to fire all of them before next week.
But with the All Star Race, there's always a but, Larry. They have to stay in the top 15 at the end of this stage.
I think Cindric and Blaney are going to race hard, and believe it or not, Logano's just going to take care of it here because all he has to do is finish 15th or better, and he's third, so he's not going to go out of his way to.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. But
Not yet.
Yeah. Cheerleaders helping to welcome the All-Star drivers to the stage. Some walked out, some got carried. Kyle Busch was your stage 1 winner. He led every lap, but then he cut a tire down and tried to get. That's Larson. Larson, lap 37.
With the tire right front, and then the right rear of Kyle Busch right here seems slow up. And here comes Ross Chastain. Boom! Huge hit up into Chase Elliott on the outside. Man, that car, how it didn't go all the way over is beyond me.
Dangerously close to taking out both of my picks.
Austin Cindric wins stage 2, so he could be on the pole for the final stage. Joey Logano's team wins the pit stop challenge. That will give them third starting spot.
Yeah, Michael, I like Bubba's paint scheme. And his pit crew makes sure they get plenty of TV time for it by being the story of the race every week by fucking up.
And I've had that Dr. Pepper. It's really good.
Yeah. You had the flaming hot Mountain Dew.
No, I'm not touching it.
We have strayed so far from God's lot.
And again, standard overtime rules apply, except, and in All-Star rules, there's always an except there will be only one attempt at green-white checker for the end of this stage.
Drone strike on Texas Motor Speedway. Our dreams have finally come true.
Yeah,
So Michael McDowell.
You know what they're already saying about that qualifying they did last night? Well, y'all just don't like it because Kyle Busch won the pole. It's like, fuck, dude. If Kyle Busch or Chase Elliott wins something and it sucks,
The pit stop challenge ended up being a shit show.
they'll say you just liked it because Chase won. And then if Kyle wins, well, you just don't like it because Kyle won. It's like, whatever. There's no winning. The 2-car tandem draft is not as good as the pack racing. You just don't like it because Dale Jr. wasn't as good at it. Whatever. Mike Joy's listing off all the reasons why this track's never going away. All them condos and the hotel and the big screen, and they just repaved it a few years ago. Mcdowell's somebody that'll run your ass over for it.
It's just unbelievable. What a neat man.
Of course, he's just hoping the same thing happens in this race that happened at Daytona last year where the 2 and the 22 wreck each other, and he takes advantage.
Condos will do just fine. Darrell Waltrip won the Winston, the All-Star race this year, and with the win came the opportunity to purchase one of those condos for, I think it was $84,000. They're worth over $500,000 today.
Well,
when is old DW going to cash out on that? Got it for $84,000. He could get it for over $500,000 now.
To win this stage, or he's going to restart outside the top 15
at the beginning of stage 4. That's right, because he's going to need tires.
Blaney needs this.
As will Cindric, Logano, and Mcdowell. Here we go for green light checker.
Blaney nailed it.
Yeah. Penske is going to have a 1, 2, 3 to start this last bit. Yeah. Suarez. You see Busher and Hamlin go 4 wide for a second. Ooh.
Cindric in trouble getting into 3. Hit the car underneath of him.
White flag for stage 3 this time.
Well, no, I can tell you the reason people didn't like qualifying yesterday is because it was fucking boring and stupid. I don't give a fuck. If nobody cares if Kyle Busch wins a pole because qualifying is mostly irrelevant. Logano, let him have it. And Ryan Blaney wins stage 3. So it'll be a Penske 1, 2, 3 at the start of this next bit.
If Suarez had one more lap, he'd have got him.
Yeah. That picture of Blaney is so weird looking.
Yes, it is.
Blaney, Suarez, Logano, McDowell, Cindric.
Earlier this year, man, Fox Sports' NASCAR coverage sucks. NBC is better. Well, you just like NBC better because Junior's on it. It's like, yes, because he's there. That totally disqualifies our opinion, right? And I knew that would be their defense. Y'all just like it because Junior's on it.
Means the Penske Fords will start the final stage 1, 2, 3. They won 2 of the stages. They won the pit stop.
I'm still not used to Brad not being a Penske driver.
Finished stage 3 in the
Yeah,
top
me
15.
either.
Yeah, stage 1, Kyle Busch going out. There's nobody that gets that stage. So 1, 2, 3 for the Penske guys. New life. I'm going to tell you, just like we said, you take out all those favorites. I'm like, well, who's going to be the guy? I think that car right there. His best finish in an All-Star race is 5th.
That's also
and he's
really
starting to show up and looking like $1 million guy, boys.
Like you say, Larry, it's a free pit stop for those cars that stayed out, that will restart up front. Coming up in 1 week, stock car racing's longest and one of its most important nights.
Pretty much.
Here at Charlotte, breed a different kind of energy. When you start your engine here, you're racing beside decades of NASCAR trailblazers. Can you hear the roars and echoes of legends past? Listen for it. It's the Coca-Cola 600 on Fox.
Why is Brad in the picture? Why is Brad the only driver advertising the Coke 600?
Worldwide, great weekend of motorsports. Traditionally, the Monaco Grand Prix.
Did you miss anything, Caden? Well, that depends. What'd you see earlier in this race? You're gonna have a Penske 1, 2, 3 to start this last 50 laps.
Road, 4 fresh tires, adjustments. There's no sense of urgency. You make sure
Who do I think's winning? I think Blaney's gonna win. Cindric's gonna start on pole. Blaney second. Logano third for this segment. I think Blaney wins.
I'd say probably will.
And they earned the opportunity to do that and not rush that pit stop. Austin Cindric by winning stage 2, Ryan Blaney by winning stage 3, and Joey Logano's team, led by Paul Wolf, winning the pit stop competition. There's Paul. Well, for a bunch of cars that did not show speed in qualifying, the Fords have risen to the top as we get ready for the final stage.
The pay window is open, boys. Time to go get it. This is when you want to show up. That's exactly what they're
Just
doing.
remember, if there's not a caution by lap 25, they will throw one.
This will be a regular competitive pit stop.
Has to happen between lap 15 or 25, or then they'll just throw one.
Way back in the field, it'll be the drivers that stay out. Because we only ran a couple laps there, and so for the most part, and that's going to probably put Daniel Suarez. He'll at least be able to have the choice to go to the outside of row 2.
Ricky Stenhouse gets the free pass, so everybody will be back on the lead lap. So what do you think of this?
Yeah, you saw Ross Chastain do the Monster Jam 2-wheel skill challenge.
We're going to have a 50-lap run. We'll get those thoughts after these pit stops. Begin with Vince.
Well, crew chief, John
So it'll be the 3 Penske cars, then Suarez, Byron, and Hamlin.
Here, so no penalties. Don't speed. Make sure you get the car in straight so the crew doesn't have any trouble changing the tires. They anticipate him being out front. So
Make sure you get them wheels tight.
You see the 2 car there as well, back where they started for the good 50-lap run, Jamie.
Michael Mcdowell in the 34 in his second All-Star race. Blake Harris on the box.
What a great advantage that is, the ability to be able to take your time.
The 3 is his only complaint, and the 22, Joey Logano, after lightning fast pit stop. They said,
Hey, he almost won Talladega last year after he won Daytona. Remember?
Air pressure and 4 for Joey Logano, who, by the way, getting a little bit better, said that the balance is pretty neutral.
Thanks, Jamie. So the only driver that came to pit road making a competitive pit stop was Michael Mcdowell, but he's not competing against any of those 3 Penske cars because they will cycle to the front.
And he's not competing against anybody because everybody else stayed out. So
He was banking on a quick caution.
All right, 50 laps for the final stage. What do you think?
I think it's any man's game. It's exactly what this car's brought us all season long.
All right.
A bit of Penske car wins.
To go in stock car racing's All-Star Night.
You know, I find it funny. You know, you just said Hendrick screwed Keselowski over when he was younger. I find it funny that a certain fellow NASCAR YouTuber of mine has his head so far up his own ass. He says that Dale Jr. ruined Casey Mears' career and stole his ride. Actually, dumbass, your precious hero Mark Martin is the one who stole Casey Mears' ride and ruined his career. And then it was Mark Martin who stunted Brad Keselowski's career by choosing to stay at Hendrick because Brad was going to get the 5 car. Mark Martin decides he wants to run another year or 2. Brad doesn't have a place to go. Penske comes knocking and said, hey, we'll give you a cup ride right now. And Hendrick had no choice but to look at Brad and go, you got to go take it. Because if somebody's offering you a ride now, you better go take it. But I just find that funny. That we can overlook certain things. Oh, Dale Jr. Casey Mears' career. Well, actually, how could Dale Jr. take Casey Mears' ride when Dale Jr. got to Hendrick? They were teammates. Mears in the 5, Jr. in the 88.
Yep.
So, if anybody, Dale Jr. stole Kyle Busch's ride.
Yep.
Not Casey Mears' ride. And I think Kyle worked out.
I was pissed off at Jr. for years over that.
Yeah, and he said he wasn't even mad at Jr. He was pissed at Rick Hendrick, Jeff Gordon, and Jimmy Johnson.
Yep.
Because he felt like they didn't have his back.
I love the Kyle Busch, Dale Jr. thing.
Yeah. But according to a dumbass, alleged NASCAR fan from North Dakota who yells and screams in videos on YouTube, he won't say anything about Mark Martin taking the 5 car out from under Casey Mears and Brad Keselowski. Because Mark Martin's his hero. And I love Mark Martin.
Yeah, I like Mark Martin too, but he fucked over 2 people.
Kinda. I mean, it's up to Rick. At the end of the day, it's Rick Hendrick's decision.
And yeah, Rick Hendrick's a moron, but it's like...
Well, look, I'd take Mark Martin over Casey Mears. Brad was up and coming, and they had success with Mark Martin in 09, so it made sense. Well, let's keep Mark for as long as we can because he came out of nowhere, out of semi-retirement, and was great again. So I see why they didn't want to let go of Mark Martin. It's just they didn't have anywhere. They didn't have anywhere to put Brad. But when he got the Penske offer, they were like, "Yeah, go take it."
Yeah, and it ended up screwing over Hendrick because he went with Martin instead of choosing Brad.
Because Mark Martin, his last year or 2 at Hendrick, didn't run that good for whatever reason. They just fell off. Because I swear to God, 4 Hendrick cars, one of them has to be off.
Yep.
For 2 years,
Yep.
it was Junior.
Yep.
And then starting in 2011, it was Mark Martin. Because
Yep.
Dale Jr., Jimmy
Yep.
Johnson, Jeff Gordon
Yep.
were really good.
Yep. Yep.
So
That's exactly what happened.
At the beginning of the
I
show
don't like to
that
remember
William
those
Byron's
things.
trying to do things
Not
they've never
usually.
done before, like with the All Star Race. They gave him a little bit more security. That's what he needed. They think they've got a
Oh, I
winning
hate
car.
those days.
Joey Logano won this race in 2016. What if he's running?
well, the night was darkest before the dawn.
I know.
You want a feel-good story? How about Chris Buescher? He's from here. This is his home track. He raced his way in. He's in his second All-Star race. He's one I'm watching.
Michael Walter, Brian Newman, Casey Kane, Kyle Larson, they all came from the open to win the All-Star Race. Could Daniel Suarez do it tonight? Those are your credit one back.
Here we go, green flag. It's Cindric, Blaney, Logano, Suarez.
Blaney, Logano, and Suarez. Here we go, 50 laps.
You've got to get it here. And if you're Blaney, you've got to bust your ass to stay door-to-door with Cindric for as long as you can.
Yep.
Doing a good job of it. Neither one of them has a good draft. Cindric pulled way down to break the side draft. He's got to come back up, though, to arc the corner better. And look at that. Leaning on him, and here comes Logano. Oh, they're not giving each other any room now.
No, they're not.
Still side by side. The inside car going into turn 1 here usually has a bit of an edge. But Blaney's so fast. Blaney's going to get it from the outside. He's got it clear.
Cindric tried to move up, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And it should be Blaney.
Blaney's got the lead. But there will be a caution at one point in the stage. So.
He is a talent. He tore him up in the Xfinity Series. But he is a Cup rookie. He is surrounded by a lot of experience.
He also shows up with the money, and big money's on the line. That Daytona 500.
Wait, what?
Who are they? Who is he just talking about? That's a rookie. Oh,
Cindric, yeah.
Now, those of you looking for the MLS game between the Portland Timbers and the Philadelphia Union, coverage begins at 10.
First question would be, what kind of social life do you have? But the answer is it begins on FS2. If there's no caution between lap 15 and 25, there will be a caution.
Right up to Joey Logano in that 22 car. Here comes Truex on William Byron for 6th.
He's coming on Byron.
I'm not going to win any money tonight, but, well, there is going to be another restart. Maybe they'll all wreck up front. I don't know.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
Clint, I know we still have 46 laps to go, and there's been a lot of layers that's got us to where we're at. I just didn't see the Fords running this well tonight coming in here.
Well, it's because we had practice sessions. We had a snapshot to see. I guess that the one thing that I can say, the obvious, is we've had some guys that we all had dubbed as favorites wreck out of this race. But that being said, track is drastically different.
Blaney had a winning car no matter if Chastain and Kyle Busch were still here. He would still be racing with them.
Kurt Busch went to the back for a pit road penalty, and he has kept marching forward ever since. Took one from Chris Buescher, gave it back, goes right after it again. Larry, can a night like this help you build your book for the playoffs when this is the only, well, let's say normal track in that round along with Talladega and the Charlotte Roval?
Mike, as few notes as these crew chiefs, these drivers and engineers have with this next-gen car, any lap you make at a track that you're going to go back to, it's going to help you, no question.
Just watching Blaney pull away.
Kyle Busch led the first 47 laps. Crashed out of this race after a tire went down and Ross Chastain ran over him. Everybody's okay.
They just made that sound.
Alan Suarez for 4th.
Ross Chastain ran over Kyle Busch. Everybody's okay. He ran him over.
Shows you how little they care about Kyle Busch. Everybody's okay.
Still side by side for 4th. And Suarez coming back on the outside.
All this so Joey Logano can run 3rd. Were you sorted out already? Suarez and Hamlin.
It's the last chance anybody has to pass the rest of the race.
Pretty much. Aside from the one restart we're going to get.
And while they continue to do this, Denny's teammate Martin Truex Jr. at 19, he's beating him about 2/10 a lap right there behind him. Just can't quite get him clear.
That's a very frustrating.
I don't know who's more frustrated, Suarez or Hamlin.
Get down there, you make a move on him, you turn underneath of him, right? You're thinking, all right, now I've got him. He slid up, got me the bottom, you roll off into 3.
Suarez got Hamlin for 4th.
Yeah, Suarez and Hamlin are running 29.20s. Truex just ran a 28.96. So now that they've kind of cleared each other, we'll see if Martin can still make some gains in that orange 19.
Now in front of them, the 3-team Penske Mustangs in 37 All-Star races. No team has ever finished 1, 2, 3. Penske finished 1, 2 in 2016, and that's the only time a team has swept the first 2 spots at the finish.
That's shocking, as good as Hendrick was at Charlotte all those years.
There's Joey Logano's night. Those 3 cars have tires that are 6 laps fresher. What? 2 green flag laps fresher than everybody else has, right?
And you know what NASCAR's going to say? You just didn't like this All-Star race because Chase wrecked out. That's what they'll say. They're happy Chase, but now they got their excuse for why we didn't like it. You're just mad that Chase wrecked out. It's destiny, Ron Blaney.
It's interesting you mentioned the Penske 1, 2, 3. Ryan's the only one of the 3 that has not won a points race this season. They've had multiple issues with their pit crew.
Blaney hasn't won this year, but he's second in the standings right behind Chase.
Competition last night. Blaney winning this race so far tonight. Maybe this is the springboard to a turnaround for their season.
That's a great point, Vince. 36 laps to go, Larry. Let's unpack.
I've seen it happen before. Matter of fact, it happened a little while ago.
Natural caution between 15 and 25 laps into this stage, that would count as a caution. But if you don't, at the halfway point, lap 25, NASCAR will throw a competition caution. And it's your prerogative to do what you want. You can stay out, you can pit, you can do 2 times.
Guess what? I'm staying out.
With 25 laps to go in the race.
So that'll happen 10 laps from now, unless there is a caution for cause, as we say.
I'll take a chance. I'll take a chance on staying out and blowing a tire.
Are you willing to give up track position to get 4 tires for this final 25-lap run?
If I'm 5th on back, why not pit? Fuck it. We're not going to win anyway.
Restart, get up through the gearbox and drive away.
We know how little tires mean. Bubba's slow. Let me guess, a loose wheel.
He's had a tough night.
And Wallace says he has a tire going down.
Oh, it's just a tire going down. Okay, that's not his crew's fault for once. It's just bad luck, tire going down.
Interliners, but left rear might have been a little soft.
Might have been a little bit soft.
Well, they'll get him back out, and he knows if he's the only car 1 lap down.
Yeah, he'll get the free pass again.
When we get the competition caution.
Hooray. I'm sure he's thrilled.
Blaney has now led the most laps of
I'm sure Bubba's so thrilled.
who have not won the All-Star race. I remember a guy early in his career used to drive a blue and yellow car with Wrangler on the hood. He did pretty well with it. Well, a couple of them did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Ricky Wright. Yeah.
A few of these All-Star races.
I like that when I saw it. Nothing better than better fit than Wrangler in Texas, huh?
My Dale Jr. Wrangler car is my favorite diecast I have. 2014 Daytona 500, yeah, but I love having the Wrangler car.
Wranglers for $1 million.
Carrying the Smithfield cam tonight.
I believe I'd go down and buy some Tommy Bahamas. I don't know if I'd buy me some Wranglers.
We're in Texas, Larry. You're getting laughed out of the
Caution will come out any time now. Any time now.
Trying to catch Michael Mcdowell ahead
In the next 5 laps.
31 to go, so 6 more laps. If we don't see a caution for cause, well, NASCAR will just toss one anyway.
Throw one of them SRX cautions. NASCAR stealing a rule from SRX.
I've watched these races like this too long. You get them, you see them stretched out, you're thinking, man, I don't know.
Here's where Boyer tries to sell you on the fact that Texas Motor Speedway doesn't totally suck.
Comes out this restart when the money's on the line. It's just for whatever reason, a quiet race like
this. I mean, obviously we had the trouble with Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, and Larson, but I'm telling you.
You know what's funny? I got some trivia for you, and you won't believe that I remember this. Your Facebook profile picture that you had for a decade. You took that in the middle of a Texas Cup race in my living room where the last part of the race went green for 200 laps.
I mean, I remember I took it here. I remember that obviously, but I didn't remember like when it was.
Biffle won.
And it's all about who wins. Let's go. Sure, let's do it.
And the old dirt race track, it's called Promoter's Choice. Yeah, right. And I've seen it being used many times over the years.
Oh, trouble turn 4.
Oh, there's your caution. Somebody did it again, didn't they? Eric Jones. And that rear end damage tells me he did the same thing Reddick did. Yeah.
Competition caution.
And didn't need to be done, right? And for whatever reason, it just always happens this way. Again, these stretched out, you know, long green flag runs, just not much happens. The end of this thing, look out. All it takes is one caution, re-rack all these.
All it takes.
So Bubba Wallace will get the free pass, and Eric Jones brings out the caution at lap 105. Here's a look at it.
Damn, he spun from the bottom. Did he have a tire go?
It just got loose.
I guess it just got loose. See somebody spin from the bottom like that might have made me think it was a tire, but I guess he just lost it.
I knew when that wall was moving, he had already in.
Ah, Bill.
That one might have been worse.
Ride with Eric Almirola here.
Oof. Remember when I was telling you about Triumph the Insult Comic Dog at the University of New Hampshire? He said, what about the term frat boy? Is that offensive? How about instead of frat boy, we call them rapist Americans? So instead of freshmen, you want to be called first-year students, yes? And they're like, yeah, first-year student. Goes, okay. How about this? First-year students, and then for sophomore year, we call tried being a lesbian, didn't like it. Junior year is Plan B pregnancy scare, and then senior year is lesbian forever. And then he said, wait a minute. Did you just say first-year orientation? Don't you mean first-year Asian-tation? Can someone explain to me what mansplaining is? And a woman goes to say, and he goes, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Sir, can you mansplain this to me? Can I hump your leg? No. Oh, come on, trust me. I may look like a dog, but I identify as a shin guard.
Opportunity and somebody on 4 tires to have that grip advantage over somebody. Maybe be able to be a little bit more aggressive on the restart.
And then he's like, could one of you students explain what a trigger warning is? And the girl's like, a trigger warning is at the start of a program or video, you explain that there could be something in the content of the video that might offend someone or be hard for them to watch. Okay, let me try one. Trigger warning. In this video, there would be a clear depiction of a dog pretending to care about what a college student has to say, while also making plans to pleasure himself to her at a later date. The look on the girl's face, she was like, I fucking love Triumph, man. She got so offended. And then at the end of the skit, he goes, now can I hump your leg? And she goes, no.
Can you win it from third with the tires you got?
Yes. I don't know. Well, it just depends on how many cars take tires behind you. That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to be the last guy on those tires, to Larry's point. But I'm telling you,
Ryan Blaney wins. That was the Triumph the Insult Comic Dog impression you just so happened to tune in the middle of. You guys should know Triumph from Coleman, for those of you who watch good late night shows, because most late night shows kind of suck, except for Craig Ferguson and Coleman. David Letterman was cool. But then again, if you're going to school and working, who the fuck gets to watch late night TV? I guess DVR.
Dodgers battle the Diamondbacks or the Phillies take on the Mets. It all begins Saturday, 7 Eastern on Fox and on the Fox Sports app. Check for the game in your area. You know how many pairs of those jeans Ryan Blaney could buy at Menards if he wins that $1 million?
I heard you save big money at Menards. A wise man once said, save big money at Menards.
I still don't know what Menards is.
Yeah, we don't have a Menards anywhere around us. Where's our... hold on. We're going to Google in the middle of this. Where's the nearest Menards to where the fuck I'm at?
Let's do it. All right, let's see.
We're going to go Menards near me. Menards near me. West Virginia?
Damn.
West Virginia is the closest Menards. The reviews are great for Menards.
What position will be the first one to pit? Well, thanks to what I just heard, it's going to be fourth, maybe third. Here they come.
I'll post the link in the chat to that skit. And it's totally irrelevant because the Penske car is still going to win.
24, William Byron, and you guys talked about it. They're not going to win from where they were, so it's just a 2-tire change with a chassis adjustment to try to get them tuned up for a run.
Jr. just felt like they needed to take the chance here and just make some changes to this car. Larson 3 and 4, hard to pass. It's floaty, it's loose. He wanted it tightened up. That's kind of been his theme all night long.
Thanks, Jamie.
I've used that to describe race cars in video games. I'm like, man, it floats away on me. Like it's just drifting up the track, and I have no, it's floaty.
I'm coming. Oh, never mind.
Somebody take that out of context. Mike Joy just said, I'm coming. You're asking for it, Mike Joy. He's asking for it. Exactly. That's what it sounds like. That's what the woman says afterwards. The jokes write themselves. The jokes practically write themselves. Don't worry, it's almost over. And Ryan Blaney can get his $1 million. To pick up chicks, which I'm sure he has no problem doing because he's Ryan Blaney. He's Casey Kane left and we got Ryan Blaney. So we're never going to be without a good-looking, sexy NASCAR driver. They did race together for a year, though. I don't know how we handled that.
I do not either.
Yeah, I figure Menards was more of a Midwest thing because of the whole Indianapolis shit. Yeah, makes sense. So the closest one to me is in West Virginia. And I don't think I'm going to be in West Virginia anytime soon. Of course, why would anybody go to West Virginia?
Menards.
If I want to see trees, I'll go to Golden Valley, which is like 10 minutes from here.
Yeah, exactly.
I've rode a train that went through West Virginia going north, and let me tell you, a lot of trees. A lot of trees. Trees and trees and trees and trees, and then you finally get the fuck through West Virginia, and then you're like, I think it goes like through Virginia into West Virginia, and then Maryland. And then in Maryland, you just get to see how shitty Baltimore looks from a train.
Boy, the hits just keep on coming on Stock Car Racing's All-Star Night. The most recent victim, Eric Jones, in turn number 4, bringing out the
Blaney, Cindric, Logano, Suarez.
He is out of the race, joining Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott.
And yeah, Keselowski's up here. Good for them. And Buescher.
And the Jones crash means there will be no
a lot of Fords. A lot of Fords.
We will restart with the first 7 drivers having not come to pit road. Back to Eric.
We're all going to have a meetup at the Menards in West Virginia one day.
Has fresh tires. Bubba
they had
pass,
those
so he is back on the lead lap.
gas station.
And we're going to race 21 laps.
Why is Wisconsin the worst state in the union?
And all of a sudden we have
I thought that'd be like North Dakota or Wyoming
this is a good recipe.
or Idaho.
Restart is going to be very
No, they have potatoes, so they're worth something. Who doesn't love a good potato?
Butcher, Keselowski now will hold state out to those front four on old
No, they love shitty race car drivers in North Dakota.
And I like the fact for them, the next four only did 2 tires. So you got to go way back to find 4 fresh tires.
But you're going to have to take advantage of those tires and utilize.
You don't like cheese? Green flag, 21 laps to go.
Somebody say something about cheese.
I love cheese.
I absolutely.
Who doesn't fucking love cheese?
Yes.
Keselowski getting put through. Busher about to cause a wreck back there, and Blaney's already clear of Cindric. Well, that was a fun thought.
Oh.
That caution.
Oh. Ooh.
Suarez getting defensive on Joey Logano.
They're wanting to rack back there.
Yeah, they are. All for dead last.
I don't know.
Yeah, what happened to Truex?
Then again in 3 and 4.
And here comes Hamlin on fresh tires inside.
Hamlin has fresh tires. I don't know what that's worth, but it can't hurt having fresh tires. Good luck getting around the rolling roadblock there in the 22.
Inside 20 laps to go.
You know, looking at those drivers that stayed out, more so Blaney and Cindric, you know, I think you've got to stretch it out as far as you can because there's going to be a point, especially when you see, like, Denny Hamlin clear.
Hamlin to the inside of Suarez. Damn, Suarez ran him down to the fucking Mexican border. Getting it. And I made that joke because they're in Texas, not because Suarez is Mexican. I swear that was a coincidence, okay? I swear it's because they're in Texas.
Hamlin just rocketed out of turn 2 and passed 2 cars in the
But good run for Hamlin.
turn 3. Now
it looks like to me Hamlin's coming.
Them fresh tires can't hurt. I don't think it's going to be enough to get him a win without another restart, but it doesn't hurt.
But he had a bad qualifying effort, and he admitted so. Their car has actually been pretty good. It's just taken them a while to get up there, and they like what they've got right now. Just does he have enough time to get there?
Here's the question. Here's how Hamlin got 2 cars in one straightaway.
Yeah, I saw Joey, you know, got in there and lost a little bit of grip, shot up, and the same thing. I mean, that's the difference. You want to know what tires is worth? Right there. Joey slid up at that 99. He was just a little bit slower, and it was all because of tire.
Okay, thanks, Clint.
16 to go. Blaney's up front by a second over Cindric.
16th after the qualifying trouble. Vince spoke up. He's the 2015 All Star winner.
And Hamlin's faster right now.
He mirrored Blaney's lap that last time by, but he
Mirroring, it's not enough. You got to be quicker. Much quicker.
Alex Bowman fired off well on this restart, but now Brad Keselowski coming around the outside. Counting Keselowski, Fords now have 5 of the first 7 spots. All but Hamlin's Toyota in 3rd, and Suarez coming in 4th.
That wreck really fucked the Chevy prop bit. Hamlin going for second. Gotta hand it to him. He's finding a way to pass people at Texas. Made it look easy. Hamlin second on fresh tires, 13 to go.
Richmond, I think. And how did he do that? He's coming. Put on them fresh tires. He waited a little
Yeah, tire wear. I like how Boyer's trying to get people hyped about the Richmond finish compared to this. Difference at Richmond is that tires really, really wear at Richmond.
1.8 back are those fresher tires.
He ain't going to get him. Not without a caution. If he gets a caution, he'll have a chance.
Well, now that he's cleared the 2 car, Mike. I want to see what the lap time shows. Obviously, he lost a lot of time with the 2 car, but once he cleared it, let's see what it does. See, he ran a 28.88 that time to a 64 on Blaney with a pass. Yes.
It would take a lot.
And they're the last lap speeds. Hamlin and Blaney. We'll check it this time by as we come to 11 to go.
It's not getting any smaller.
And Blaney is gaining on this lap.
Yeah, that was almost 2 tenths right
only
there
other person
over
that done
Hamlin.
that was Bush already.
Hamlin just had a really shitty turn 1 and 2. You hear that?
I was hoping it was going to be better. I'm not going to lie to you. I was really hoping.
Blaney gained like 3 tenths in one corner.
Like Clint just said, I was hoping he was going to
And
run
remember,
back.
Hamlin only got 2. He didn't get 4 tires, or he would not have had that track position.
That's the gamble. But that's
10 to go.
Oh, now it is.
Longest fucking all-star race ever.
affording the ability to
There's
do.
only 2 tires.
And I just don't think the tires on Blaney, they're just going to fall way off. I just think the track has so much grip.
Hamlin really lost the nose again in 1 and 2.
And he's out there in that clean air in front.
And hasn't that been a characteristic of this new 18-inch Goodyear tire? Starts off fast, and like all tires, as it gains pressure and heat, it will fall off a bit, but not to the extent of the old 15-inch tire. This tire seems to reach a plateau and stay there.
Well, we've had a lot of fall off this year, to your point, Mike. You really have a lot of places. I think the temperature, again, I take it back to this a lot. If this race was ran yesterday when it was 95, 97 degrees outside, you'd just be seeing a drastically different race. Cool conditions, gripped up. You see them on the bottom of the racetrack, not needing that grip up there on the outside of an attraction compound. Totally different race because of the weather. And of the drivers that did hit, Hamlin's the only one that spared any fruit. You look at our top 7
It's just
right
bad
now.
'cause the
6 of
weather.
those 7 stayed out on that last caution.
Right, the next driver with fresh tires is Alex Coleman in 8th place. He restarted.
Well, those tires are paying off for Bowman. Not.
He restarted 16th, hasn't been a damage. And Kurt Busch keeps plugging. He's in the top
7 to go. God damn, how long is this race?
Blaney pulling away by about a 1/10 of a second a lap. He has had speed all year.
Yeah, if Hamlin wins, he can spend $1 million on getting Bubba Wallace a pit crew that doesn't suck.
A couple of hiccups. Blaney has had a
Good
couple
call,
of
Chris.
and sometimes he's just had rotten luck. And maybe that's all that's kept him from victory lane this season.
Mike, you're exactly right. He's led laps. He's won stages. They have not closed the deal at the end of the race.
So they're going to do it in a race that technically doesn't count. I'm sure that's comforting.
Race car driver up on the wheel, always on edge with his car and his setup. You heard me when I talked to him earlier. I saw him been out of shape a few times sliding up the racetrack, stayed in it, grinded it out, and got it. Got that track position when the time was right.
5 to go.
And winning stage 3 put him in a position to win because they had a no-rush pit stop to get 4 tires at the end of stage 3, and then had the starting position that they earned second for this final stage. And he passed teammate Austin Cindric and drove away. Cindric still running a fine race in 3rd, behind Hamlin about half a second.
He actually has been running
4 to go.
these last couple of laps.
Well, there's going to be a hell of a race for second.
It's a long gap back now to Daniel Suarez, who also stayed out. 6 seconds back. With Joey Logano 4th and 5th and 6th. Chris Buescher doing a nice job of transferring from the Open earlier today.
You know, I know we only have 24 drivers in the show, and this is an all-star race, but a good night for Roush Fenway Keselowski.
Yeah, RFK's really good in races that don't count for points because they won the duels at Daytona, and now they're good here.
Yeah, I was impressed with Buescher's car in that open race earlier.
Yippee.
Did a good job, made a powerful, aggressive move, got himself in position, won that stage, and into this all-star race.
I got to say, they look really good in a race with only 24 cars where 3 of the 4 dominant cars crashed out.
I will say this about the car. I love the left side exhaust. It gives you that tell-all
We're on 2 to go now.
Tell me you're bored.
Logano just washed way up the track. It looked like he was about to hit Suarez. White flag. It's almost over.
1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Remember, this race must end under the green flag, no matter what.
I can promise you he's trying to get this thing around here as fast as possible for that very reason.
That's it. Let's end it now. Car in the wall, back straightaway, no problem. He's the last car in line, Ryan Blaney.
Blaney wins $1 million and somebody wrecked on the last lap. They wrecked a lap too late. Oh, it's Stenhouse. Well, it's a shame it didn't happen a lap earlier. But good for Blaney.
Really? We're going to go back racing, boys. What?
Wait, what?
Starter was holding the checkered flag. What?
What?
I think these guys have been celebrating.
What are the rules? Okay, so you know the standard rule is when the leader takes the white flag.
Yes.
If a caution comes out, it's over.
Yes.
I think in the All Star race it's different.
I saw he had the checker in his hand, and I was looking for it to come out.
So in the All Star race it's different.
They owed Ricky one.
Showing him the caution yet again.
Boy, Blaney.
And if I'm Blaney, I'm like,
That's that Blaney look.
I'm literally on the front stretch coming to the line.
Yeah, before he starts doing burnouts.
Well, or you know, getting ready to.
Oh boy, guys.
That's huge. He's got his seats. He already had his win in it.
The flagman said, "Oi, muy sendeyu. Noni." Oh boy. Oh jeez.
The lights are not official. It is the
Tell me
NASCAR
this
time
race
stamp.
sucked without telling me it sucked.
But here is Blaney
It's the
coming
All Star
to the
race.
The race is over. No, it's not.
Wow. He's literally at the restart zone. The lights did come on before he hit the start-finish line. I know that.
And the caution lights are already
Because I saw that coming across. Okay, he won. Race lane under caution.
It was in the wall in the back straightaway. There were only 2 cars behind it. They both dropped to
Boy.
He
and
was
they
waving the
cleared
checkered,
that
and
car
before Blaney crossed, picked up the
before
yellow
the
and started
caution
waving.
flag waved.
It's the rule, I guess. I guess it's the
my
rule.
gosh.
By the way, this is like an ARCA rule, I'm pretty sure.
I do, but I won't.
It was.
Look,
Oh,
waving
Mike
the-
Joy.
He is waving the check,
Before he got to
and then watch the swap before he got to the line. Look.
Noni.
It is the lights. Well,
It was the lights that determined that, not the flag.
They could have threw that way earlier.
But he rode it quite a ways.
The fact that that's a caution.
I mean, I agree.
Oh,
They could've
Lord.
threw that way earlier.
Up out of the green.
How is
but not
that a
really
caution?
That's
I
Lisa.
bet Ricky's
And
asking
before
that
the
'cause they
caution
didn't throw
lights
it
came
over.
If this was a real race and not just the All-Star race, I'd be much more mad. Because the All-Star, I'm like, fuck it.
Would
Just
have ended. Now,
do whatever you want.
Blaney holding the window net in position and trying to get it reattached.
well, it's extremely hard to do. I mean, it's just.
Everybody on Twitter is going, they did not just do
He's
that.
going to have a difficult time getting that winning net back up. He's going to have
Sorry,
to
Blaney, but I hope
Yeah, they're right. Look, the window net, Blaney pulled his window net because he thought the race was over. The driver's going to have a hard time putting that back up by himself.
Of that as well.
Yeah, it normally takes one of the biggest crew members that on the team. to
Unless
pass
Blaney's
that
going to
thing.
drive the rest of the race like this,
So tight.
holding the window net up with one hand and steering with the other. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen, in the worst way. I guarantee it's going to screw him over. It already has.
If the white flag waves under green, the next
Now the
flag ends
cautions
the
ain't
race.
gonna stop.
That is not the case.
We
for
could
the
be here
All-Star
till
race.
tomorrow now with
And
all the
it's in the
cautions you
rules
might
that the
get.
race must end under green When Blaney crossed the line, the track
Danny B said, "Our suffering continues."
That's exactly what I said. I was about to put my slippers on, pull my keys out. No, can't do that. We're still racing. We're still being tortured, Dylan. We still have to watch it.
I still have to sit here and watch the rest of this.
Yeah. And I literally hear them say, somebody's in the wall in the back
Yeah,
stretch, but they're in the back. It don't matter. Blaney wins.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when I see the yellow flag, I was kind of like,
I can't believe you guys in my chat are not blowing up my stream over this. This is absurd. This is hilarious. It's the All Star Race, but
to the last scoring loop crossed before the yellow flag.
I just don't see him making gains on getting that window net
Go
pretty fast.
He's going to.
Says it's got to be up.
so Blaney inadvertently pulled a Mark Martin.
And he's going to screw because he's going to have to go down to pit road to fix it.
They're trying to talk NASCAR like, can we please come down and keep our spot and have somebody put the fucking window net back up? Because what the fuck?
I cannot get it back in myself.
I can't get it back in. We've all been there.
And it's usually the biggest, strongest crew member that actually attaches it and fastens it.
Because that window net has to be like locked
Inside,
fucking tight.
You can speak to this from inside the car. It's almost impossible.
Chris,
to
I'm
get
with you.
it reattached.
The rules require
We got our money's worth tonight.
to release the window net from inside the car. Nothing about having to be able to attach it.
Well, let me get back into that. I said, you know, you want that window net as tight as possible for safety reasons. It's there for a reason to keep, you know, your extremities and everything inside the race car. That being said, it's also
At least it's not a points race.
to be tight and to keep that efficiency down the side of it.
So he's got to try to do this, and remember, he has to maintain caution car speed while doing this. Otherwise, he'll forfeit the lead.
And Mike, you said something earlier.
which is like going down
Special
Don't you just love NASCAR?
Special rules. I know the rule is he has to stay on the racetrack. He has to maintain caution car speed. But personally, that's me personally, I think they ought to let that man refasten that window down.
Nope.
I agree.
Knowing NASCAR, they'll be like, nah.
But I don't think they're going to.
I agree with that.
That's pretty consistent with NASCAR. Yeah. But it's the All Star Race, too.
But it was pretty unprecedented to throw.
I feel like that's one you could say that's your mistake. You could have waited an extra 10 seconds.
I have no words. In the words of Mara Ranallo, there are no words.
With that window net. Again,
Damn, we got a cutaway car segment for a window net? This broadcast has everything.
And that thing is really, really tight. It's like a quick release. And it takes a lot. It doesn't take much at all to get it released, but it takes a lot to get it fastened back.
I'm sorry.
The window net race.
Larry, I don't know. This is something that I've never had in this new job of mine, but I'm telling you, that ain't right. I think that they ought to help him get this window net back up.
Well, for the longest time, there was a line in the NASCAR rulebook that would end in EIRI, except in rare instances. And I would agree with you two that this certainly qualifies as a rare instance. Now, he's got the Valco strap up there. If he can get that
I love how NASCAR has rules in their rules that say they can just change and make up the rules as they go.
What I did see, it's
That's my favorite thing about NASCAR.
Any other race rod that I talked about that slides in, it doesn't look like it's in position. Well,
Carl Ever just sitting at home going, been there, Blaney.
so you can get your mind back right.
And that was for the championship.
Paying attention. Get these tires cleaned up.
Blaney's still lined up here.
One launch. Get yourself going.
It's Blaney, Hamlin, Cindric, and Suarez.
And take care of business. Win this race.
Now, if Blaney wins, this will all be looked back as, oh, remember that was fucking crazy. If somebody else wins, this is going to be a whole nother deal.
Ryan Blaney had his pen in hand to sign the back of the check for $1 million.
He got it half-assed put on there. But what if it falls down on the last?
But according to NASCAR
green light checker, and remember the race finished.
I'm not gonna argue with him on that.
Now you're Blaney. You got to fucking refocus and try to drive this next 2 laps.
Back to business. Trying to hold.
But I can promise you that window net's going to fall down. Because if you look at that the right side of it, the right side's not in right.
I'd be shocked if it stayed up.
Yep.
But what happens if it falls down? Maybe.
That's not allowed either.
Is it a caution? Black flag?
Black flag.
There'll be a black flag.
Green flag. If anybody but Blaney wins this race now, still up. Cindric gave Blaney a great push. Blaney's still going to win. Ooh, he got loose there. You got to go. You got to move up. Hell, you can't move up. Cindric's got to run on the bottom. Cut Hamlin off. Damn. He just cleared Denny Hamlin. That sealed it right there for Blaney, it looks like.
Well, we gotta watch that window net.
White flag, but it's not over till he hits the checker flag.
Cindric giving the 11 all Hamlin can handle.
Yoo-hoo. Hamlin into second.
Turn 2 that time down the back straightaway.
The window net looks like it's, hell, I think I'm.
Wide open trying within 3 car lengths closing. Here they come to the line. The track
For the love of God, get the checker flag. Blaney still wins. Disaster averted. Yes. Because if anybody but Blaney won, and the window net did fall down. If anybody but Blaney won that, my lord.
Oh, but wait, they gave him
congratulations and great job.
Watch him say that shit.
For Blaney, it's his first top 4 finish in the All Star Race. It's his 6th appearance, and he becomes the 26th different driver to win the All Star.
That was a lot more stressful than it needed to be.
4th All Star win for Team Penske. All 4 of those wins coming with a different driver.
The race win diecast better come with the fucked up window net.
All-Star win for Ford.
I'd hang that window net on my All-Star trophy for the rest of its life.
Blaney the winner, Hamlin second.
I'm surprised Clint Boyer can remember what a trophy looks like. I'm an asshole.
So Team Penske Mustangs 1, 3, and 4. Daniel Suarez, after transferring from the Open, rounds out the top 5. The rest of the top 10.
Well, NASCAR Twitter is going to still be ablaze, but just imagine the fucking dumpster fire it would have been if Blaney didn't win.
Well, in the eyes of some, he had to win it twice.
Yeah.
But Ryan Blaney
I think he owes a lot to Cindric there, too, because Cindric did give him a good shove.
Cindric helped him out a lot.
Yeah.
You know, had the elbows up all night long. Restarts were good. He started slipping, sliding around, kept that car underneath of him, working on that outside. He was up and down.
I mean, yeah, Reaper, up with you. How was a race so meaningless, so stressful?
Clearing his head at the end of this race is just unbelievable.
They did try, Caden. They did try. They tried.
Not taking away his focus when the green flag waved for the final.
That was also my concern. I said that as a now Blaney's going to sit here and try to remember how to drive and execute a good restart.
Mike, I can't imagine what he was feeling.
Shut the door on Hamlin off of 2.
His crew chief and that team were feeling when all that was going on with that window net.
Well, we've got fireworks on the track and now in the sky and a concert to follow. All-Star night, Blaney to celebrate with Jamie Lewis.
No matter what happened, the circumstances at the end, he wants to run up and get his flag. Ryan Blaney dominated the night. Oh, he's giving your little 12 pin right there, letting him keep the flag. Ryan, I know it was wild there at the end, but the bottom line is you are an all-star, $1 million. It was all about
Yeah,
your
Cindric
team tonight.
really was key for Blaney there.
From you?
I don't know.
And it was giving Cindric a better chance to win, too. But
It was about to be real bad for us if I thought the race was over. Everyone thought the race was over. And I already have my window down, and I do want to thank NASCAR for letting me kind of fix it and not make us come down pit road. Yeah, that was really tough. And then having to do it all over again after trying to get that.
And if I'm Denny Hamlin and Daniel Suarez, I'm going, hey, why didn't you make him go down pit road and have to fix that? That's bullshit. You know, that's what those teams are going to be saying.
Especially Denny's pit check.
I know it's not points winning race, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be pretty big. So.
Nah, if I was one of them, I'd be saying, that's bullshit. They should have made him pit.
And I can promise Denny's going to say that because Denny's a little bitch. He does that shit all the time.
Brad Keselowski and teammate Chris Buescher won the Daytona duels, and now Ryan Blaney
Besides Kyle Busch,
is this year's All-Star winner. Hamlin second, Cindric third,
I'd say
Logano
Reddick.
fourth,
I wanted
Suarez
to see what
fifth.
And good night, Todd. Yeah, Reddick could have made this race fine, I think. Maybe. Reddick and Larson and Chastain being in this thing would have been nice. Yeah. The 600's notorious for first-time winners, so maybe next week will be Tyler Reddick's day. We'll be there. But I'm going to go take one big dump and forget that, and probably forget about most of this race in the near future.
Yeah, I know we lost a lot of the heavy hitters.
Good night,